Yes. Black Star Sports TV here. Oh yeah, been a been a little while since I've been last minute live, but uh, we back, y'all. We back. Been through some things, uh, but we still here, and we give thanks to the Most High for that. So it took a while, but I've been working my way back, and finally feeling like hey, uh, this is something I can get back into. What we got here? Sir Ken, man, no surprises there. What's going on, man? Sir Ken in the building. Salute to you. Salute. Black Star Sports TV. Man, it's been a while since I said that. Salute to the branches. Salute to the chats. Smash the like button. Appreciate you, good brother, man. Um, yeah, I still owe you a T-shirt, man. I'm gonna get on that too. I ain't forgot, brother. I ain't forgot. Uh, we here though. We here. I hope everything's good in your neck of the woods, my man. Been a while, been a while. Lots been going on, but we here, man, and we got some stuff to chop it up about. Definitely for sure. Um, hey, what's up, fellas? Yeah, hit that. Oh, what we got, man? The good brother T.S. Tyrone up in the building. T.S. Boxing. Salute, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got the good brother Harold Trim in the building. Nice for you stop by, man. Appreciate you. Said I went in. Said I went MIA. Uh, yeah. I had a few things in life, man. I survived. Thank God. I really have to thank God that I'm still here, man. I've been through some things where that might not have been the case, but your boy's here, and like I say, I praise God for that, and we're gonna do the best we can do to do what we're doing while we're here. So, hey, yeah, man, it's a lot to cut over, man. We got some stuff to chop it up about. See, I'm glad you're back. Hey, man, thanks, bro. Glad to be back. You have no idea, my man. Um, yeah, we got to speak, man. I tell you, I really appreciate this, man. I ain't think nobody was thinking about old Black Star, man, but glad to see y'all, fellas, man, for sure. First off, I pray the family is all well and you are taking in this Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, taking it pretty good. Had a pretty decent day today, man, and it gave me the opportunity to jump back in and do this here uh, once again. Kind of missed this stuff, man, but gotta. Once it's in you, you can't do nothing with it. But oh, excuse me, 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me just say that. What Yeah. Um, yeah, man. I've been through some things, man. A lot of exciting stuff going, man. Boxing's been heating up, and I've been itching to get back on here, but finding the time and just taking care of my own health and my well-being and everything. Getting a little older. And sometimes, you know, I remember growing up and seeing the older guys, and they be kind of feisty. They talk a lot of trash, and they get real heated, and I think I was becoming one of them guys, man. I needed to just chill out and lay back and kind of enjoy life a little bit more. And it's one of those things where God tapped you on the shoulder, and you know, once He touch you, hey man, you'll never be the same. That's for sure. So yeah, thanks for that. Mayor Trim say no need to explain. Appreciate you, good bro. Let's chat. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got some stuff going on, man. Let me see who we got here. TS, glad you're back. Hope everything. Yes, indeed, man. Brother Basement, man. Bro, I sent you the link, man, to your email. Yeah, you want to hop on with me, man? It's been a minute since we done chopped it, man. We've been plotting and strategizing to come on back through this thing. uh, yeah, man. A lot of big stuff, man. Especially the Devin and Ryan. I mean, that's everybody's talking about that so much. It's just blown up and gone nuclear. It seems. Uh, I got a lot of pros and cons when it comes to that, man. And I also feel a little bit betrayed because I just started to turn around and like Ryan Garcia. So now it's like this stuff now got me all in the spot, man. So we're gonna chop it up about that too as well. We're gonna chop it up for sure. Yeah, salute Basement, my brother Basement, man. Yes, indeed. Sir Ken, thank you. Thanks for you back. And just remember, keep him first and everything else will fall into place. Man, for sure. Man, for sure. No true word has been spoken in that, for sure. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. Harold Trim says last time we chatted, it was before the Bud EJ. Yeah, man, that thing broke my heart, man. I gotta admit to you, man. That thing broke my heart, bro. I could not believe. I've never been. I never got a fight that wrong. But I still, I still have some things about that. I want to, I'm always gonna want to see the rematch because, the fighters I like, fighters that take on that personality, like much like myself is, where you never say die. You're gonna give it all, no matter what. It might look terrible. You might look like you out, but you're gonna keep pushing, push yourself through. Just like my man Tyson Fury last week, man. He hit every corner he could hit, but he wasn't gonna go down, man. No matter how bad it looked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's something for that, man. It's something to be admired about that. And that's the type of stuff that I love in fighters. And then that's the stuff that'll make me a fan of you quick. If you show me that right there, I remember Simon Brown getting knocked out by Vincent Pettigrew. And Simon Brown, I was living in D.C. He was the hometown guy, man. And so I was a big Simon Brown fan, man. When he did that, I did not see that coming, man. That's almost as close as the Roy Jones Antonio Tarver, but not quite. Yeah, basically says, yeah, I'm driving and you never told me a time. Yeah, it's okay, man. It's there if you can get home and get access and hop on, man. The link is there. I ain't gotta invite you. You know what it is. So it's all good, my brother. Um, yeah, PJ's big dog. What it is, man. Salute to you, man. You ready for them Steelers this year? All right, all right. Got y'all quarterback, man. Got y'all quarterback. Sir King, Basement Fox, talk salute King, exactly. And PJ's big dog. Where you been, Black Star? Yeah, yeah. I was just dapping in a little bit of that just a minute ago, man. Been going through some things in life, man, and like I say, I give thanks for being here and getting through those things and being able to even be here to talk boxing with you guys, man. And I appreciate you guys coming through, man. And all my subs, man. I want to thank every one of y'all, man, because y'all hung in there with me, man, when there was no sign of anything and I couldn't really reach you. And you guys still held on. I still look on there and see my loyal subs, man. And hey, man, I'm beyond appreciative to you guys, man, because my wife got tired of hearing me talking boxing and she pushed me on you guys. So and somebody got to talk to me. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate y'all, man. And hopefully we'll take this thing and move it on forward and make it something even more, man. But either way, we're gonna have a good time with it. For sure, man. Uh PJ's Basement Box Talk Salute fam. Yes indeed. Harold Trim, do you think the long layoff affected the outcome? You mean with the Earl and Bud fight? Uh, well, yeah, I definitely do think it had something to do with it. It definitely helped Bud out. It made Bud sharper. Um, I was really surprised that, like, where did Errol's power go? Because there was times when he was touching Bud, and Bud just was eating him, man. And I'm like, man, I seen Bud get hurt by guys that lesser punches, and that's a question that just sticks with me. I can't take nothing away from Bud's win. Bud won. Hey, man, I doubted him all I could doubt him, but he proved me wrong. Hey, kudos to you, my brother. You did your thing. Ain't nothing else I can say about that. But like I said earlier, I want to see the rematch. Everybody's quick to I don't want to see the rematch. Ain't no need to see it, man. I don't care how bad it looks. Anybody can go back, analyze, reconstruct themselves, and come back and shock the world. It can happen. This is what we love the sport of boxing because we want to see things like that. Everybody said the same thing about Sugar Ray Leonard. They said Sugar Ray Leonard when he lost to Duran. Oh man, there's no need. Duran is going to do this and Duran is going to do that and everything, right? People just automatically just went with it like that. But I happened to be young at that time and lived in an area where I could see Sugar Ray. I remember seeing Sugar Ray run down the highway when he was preparing for that fight. And I was young. I couldn't grasp the seriousness of it. But all I knew was here he is, and he was a boxer, and that was like a hero of mine. And he had a look in his eye. Now years later, as I think about back on it, that dude had the eye of the tiger, man. The eye of the tiger is real, man, because when he went back for that rematch, man, it was nothing getting in there but what was already in there. He had no room for nothing else. And when he looked at Duran was gonna catch an ass whipping that day, and it was so bad. Duran had to say, "Man, ain't nothing I can do with this dude, man. I'll forget it. No mas. Get me the hell out of here. Anybody got my check? I'm done." So it can happen, And a lot of times when something like that happens that we don't expect, we tend to overblow it. For instance, like Bud now. Everybody's talking about Bud and this Majimov guy. Okay, now Majimov, it's dangerous. Huh? He just fought Errol Spence. I understand it's a weight division up, but imagine how many people really know Majimov like that. You see what I'm saying? But all of a sudden now it's just, we love worried about Bud now. Worried? I ain't worried about Bud. Shit, Bud done made it believe out of me. I got Bud running that shit away. I don't know what they're talking about. So, hey, man, but it's just that kind of thing. But that's a sport we love, man, and we love to see, that type of thing happen. I love to see somebody overcome when everybody counted you out. Everybody done threw you in the trash, or you ain't nothing. You ain't got nothing left. Hey, it just, but you in that little gym by yourself, man. You sweating it out. You paying the dues necessary to be victorious, and you get your opportunity to get back in the ring, and you should never deny any athlete, any person that is competing in anything, the opportunity to go out there and redeem themselves. They say the same thing with this Devin and Ryan. Like the end of the round, it was just so bad I don't want to see it no more. Deontay Wilder, it was so bad I don't want to see it no more. It's just automatic with it, But I'm gonna get back to that too because I got some thoughts about Deontay Wilder too. And even though I'm bomb squad all the way, I'm gonna always ride with him. I just gotta tell the truth about how I feel about that situation though, because it bothered me. It bothered me. It really did. Let's see what my man say. Sir Ken, we both waiting on them Steelers. Man, I'm excited about that, man. I'm glad that they did what they did. And they got up with the guys that they have gotten now, and to see what the old quarterback does for them, with them, man. I think it's going to be interesting to see. It's a lot to see, man. And my Cowboys, I ain't talking no trash this year. They're going to have to show me, man. They're going to have to show me. Harold Trim, 60 mil for Dakota means your Cowboys won't win again. Man, I tell you, I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. 60 mil, yeah, I hear you, man. But, the salary cap keeps going up, and, because, you got all these new deals they have now because it's getting to the point where it looks like Amazon Prime or something like that is going to take, YouTube TV then already took the Sunday ticket away from DirecTV. So all this big money is coming in, and the salary cap goes up and up and up and up, and quarterbacks getting paid more and more and more. So I don't know, but I remember someone saying that if I had to double check this though, it's either not this season, but the following season, I think the league gets a big bump in the salary, and the cap is going to go up like a significant amount of number. It may offset, who knows, or maybe this backup plan with Lance works out. So we'll see. We got to see how that work out. But I'm just gonna let it fall how it may, man. Because they done already broke my heart to so many degrees, so many years, man. I can't take no more of that. So, but we gonna see, man. But 60 million, man. I tell you, unbelievable that people get paid that now. Another ref saved Tyson Fury, tired of that dirty PD cheating bump, man. I've been telling folks, that I've been seeing that, I talked to that, I had Usyk winning this fight. I can't verify that to you guys now because I wasn't up on here, but those folks can verify for me. And I told them that I could see something like this happen. And remember, back in the Deontay Wilder, the trilogy, we was talking about how he was susceptible to that left hook. But as you notice, that was the key weapon to just dethroning him. Because every time he hit him with that left, Fury was just he was discombobulated. Then he'd sneak him in a combination in it. He put that left in one way, then he wouldn't just throw lefts. He'd bring a right hook. Then he'd come here. He showed him different things. He mixed it up to where he couldn't predict them. And then that put him on the back foot. He was hesitant. He was, like that. And he was just getting caught, man. And then at that he was dog walking him, man. I was just like, man, bravo. But the guy who should have been cussing himself out and been mad at himself is Deontay Wilder, because that's what we were saying back then. He could have done that. So it's some more. I'll get into that as we go. But I just had to touch on that because you brought that up there, man. But yeah, Tyson Fury is not having a good year, man. He have been down twice this year, man. He lost both their fights. He ain't beating Ngannou, man. I don't care what they're talking about. He ain't beating Ngannou. He got his ass whooped that day. Yes, indeed. Basement says salute to the whole chat. Kano Local Sports, man. Puerto Rican brother in the building. What it is, man. Glad to see you come by, man. I definitely be checking you out, man. You be keeping me up on these Puerto Rican fighters, man. Amongst others, because, my man no boxing. Appreciate you coming through, man. Kano Local Sports in the building, man. Appreciate that. PJ's Big Dog, like the Queens in the background, bro. Yeah. Oh, yeah. PJ's Big Dog say Kano Local Sports salute, fam. Yes, indeed. Look at Pittsburgh Big Dog. Uh-oh. Yeah, because, hey, but I'm thinking something good for Pittsburgh this year, man. I think they're gonna do good, man. They're gonna do good. Baltimore gonna be crazy though, but I think it's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna definitely be a battle. I look forward to the season, and we're gonna chop it up about that too. Yeah, PJ's Big Dog. Nobody does it like Conor. Yeah, man. Let's see, baseball. He was weight drained from the 5 mile run in the mountains. Oh, Earl. Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard a lot of things about that. The ribs, I heard that there. Even Michael Jai White was saying that, a friend of his told him that, Earl should have never even took the fight. And I have to say, there's a little credence to that because, like I say, what happened to his power? And Earl said after the fight, my timing was off. This and all. Yeah, it definitely, all that looked like it's possible, but you can't take nothing from Bud. Bud did his thing, man. And but like I say, I want the rematch. I want it. Yeah, I want it, man. Gotta have it. Harold Trump says salute to Kano. Yes, indeed. Sir Ken Earl should have never took that fight. Just 3 weeks after that kid crashed into his car running from the police. Yeah, he been through a lot of stuff, man. But then, I can also understand too, man. You took all that time to build this fight up. You got the fight up and you got it there. You got everybody's attention. It's here. It's there. And you did everything to make it happen. Bud didn't. Bud was pulling away like that chick you've been trying to date for years, and she keep telling you no, and you keep making concessions, and finally she said, yeah. He said, well, I got to go to the prom with me, so I got to go. You see? So it was kind of like that for him. And that was that big money that he was going to get. So he figured, well, if I got to lose, hey, my family going to benefit greatly for it, so why not? So he goes through with it. But that's where the rematch should come in, and sometimes things may fall that way to you, and you might have to do that. You might have to say, well, man, because you're in this for the money. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to take care of your family. You want to make sure everybody's good. And like you said before in other interviews, man, my parents and everything, they're good. They taking care of my family, everything. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, no matter how it happens, you want that to always be. So to make that big fight, get that big payday, the biggest of his career as well, you go on out there and you try your luck. It's amazing that he lasted as long as he did, man. If those things being true, but that's what you need a rematch for. Kano says salute to Harold. Yes, indeed. Basement says he never rehydrated properly. Yeah, I believe that too. He didn't look right going into that fight, man. He really didn't. To me, and I didn't want to jump on no conspiracy theory, so I just figured I looked at the fight, man. But I mean, that first knockdown, I was just like, man, he ain't really hit him with a solid, it's like his feet was never right the whole night. Like he got hit with something, not even in the vital area. You see him go down, and I'm saying, damn, what's going on here? But, it happened. PJ's Big Dog says Spence might need a tune-up. He going right in with Fundora. Don't come out like Newman, man, for sure. That is a dangerous fight, man. But that's Earl, man. That's the Earl Spence I know and love, man. That's the fighter because he'll take any challenge. Fight anybody. And for him to take on the Towering Inferno, this big David and Goliath battle, man. You see that picture of them two standing side by side? Man, I tell you. But one thing's for sure, if he can pull it out and come away, relatively, without taking too much damage, because he's gonna have to take some damage in this one. You're gonna have to say, man, he's back. They're gonna have to stop, because now everybody's just on the dump train now. You lost a fight. Oh, now you can't even walk and chew bubblegum no more. He just, oh no, the guy's just useless. He's done. He doesn't need to do this. There they go. Here come the chatter. One loss, man, against Terrence Crawford, and now you can't beat nobody. Now people are saying he doesn't even deserve to have the opportunity to fight Fundora for the 154-pound title. He shouldn't be number one in the WBC. But all the cachet he built up to now, he don't deserve that. But so many of these other fighters who keep getting title shots, they deserve it. And why wouldn't Fundora want to fight him? That's the biggest money fight he can get. Can't no other opponent at 154 generate that type of and then they already talking about it going to Dallas. So I'm gonna be there. So I'm lying. I got to go to that. I got to see my boy Earl, especially, now they're saying things. Earl saying, well, this might be his last fight. I'm thinking he's saying that, if he lose, he'll probably go ahead and say, well, hey, man, I don't got to keep doing this. I've been through a lot. Maybe he'll make that concession at that point. But if he win that fight, he ain't going nowhere, man. He ain't going to go, because the way it's looking, we might have a rematch at 154 for the undisputed there with him and Bud again. Who's to say it's not? How is Bud going to look against Majumov? A lot of people are saying, hey, watch out for Bud in this fight, man. This guy's tough, right? So what happens there? If Bud does beat him, it's just going to make that fight even bigger. But more people going to, and you can see all the people who didn't like Earl in the beginning anyway. They out there just Earl this, Earl that, Earl this, Earl that, So they'll want to tune in to see the guy lose again. Then, of course, the faithful Earl fans going to want to see him, especially if he look good in this fight and get on to that, maybe. That, especially if he go out there and he put a wreck on the entire Inferno. And say he stopped, knock him out, whatever, real cold. I mean, everybody gonna be like, whoa, Earl back. Now, how much more does it boost that fight? How much more money is on the table now for that? You see, so things can change quickly. Yes, indeed. Let's see, we got Sir Ken 9-0 Bud going to get that bag from the Prince. Yeah. Hey, the way he handing out money like popcorn, man, I need a bag of that myself. Get a bag of that myself. Bud is Harold Trim says Bud is going to play with his food like he did with Green Machine. That's the way I see it. I mean, I don't, 154, but I mean, he did what he did to Earl. That's a legit deal. I ain't really worried about no Majumov, to be honest with you. But we shall see. Lowe's D Punch Out TV. Salute. Hey, man, salute, bro. I see you doing your thing in the UK, man. Blowing up, man. That's good to see, man. All right, now, Lowe's D, man. He one of the first cats to let me on this show, man. To get on there and chop up boxing, man, for sure. Yeah, tune in to Lowe's D Punch Out, man, for sure. Yes, indeed. We've got PJ's Big Dog. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Will show he is back. Still wants Steelers to sign Michael Thomas or get another receiver. Yeah, I agree with that. They got the makers. They already got a solid defense. They just need a few things on their offense, man, and they're gonna be a problem, man. They got a great coach. Hell, I wish he'd come to Dallas if he leave there. PJ's Big Dog. Running backs need to hold out every getting paid, but they took the money away from the running back years ago when they wanted to change the league. They wanted the league to be more exciting. They wanted all these throws and catches, and they know what they're doing, man. But everybody knows football, in its essence, is played with the running backs and the linebackers. Them are the guys that have high speed collisions every play. Even the linemen, I mean, they have collisions, but they straight up on each other. Pow, pow, you know. But you're not running 5, 10 yards into that guy every play. They taking all the beating, man. Them guys really put their body through a lot, you know, and they devaluing it. And I agree with you, man. They need to increase their, you know, and plus the running backs shelf life is what 5 years at the max for most of, for a majority of them, unless you're really special, you know. Got to get that money while you can, and then they want to lowball them coming out of college, you know, when they the most uh, productive for them. You know, Sir Ken, was it just me or Tyson Fury was the smallest we have ever seen in the ring? Man, he did look lean. He looked lean as anything, man. He came in there looking like he wanted to go in there and outbox a guy. He should have been going there to brawl him. And then I think now he's probably thinking that when if the rematch happens, he's probably going to go in there and try those stuff that he did with Deontay. He want to grab him, he want to hold him and hit him in the back of the head, and, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, he not going to fight him the same way because he can't outbox that guy. And I think that was proven. If he's real with himself, if he go back and look at it, you know, what gives you the best chance of beating this guy? You gotta think that. You gotta also say, well, man, when I went in there, how was I feeling? Was he stronger? Could I do this? Could I do that? What could I do and be successful at consistently that bring about the victory? That's where you got to stay with it, man. And you know, I think if he's being real with himself, he's going to have to come to that conclusion. And that's probably what's going to happen in the rematch. But Usyk, man, I mean, I loved it. Usyk came out with his uh, I'm not sure what they call the garb, but I know it's native Ukrainian dress or whatever. I thought that was cool, man. But then the expression on his face, man, through the whole thing, he never changed. He just had that look. And Fury was doing all that crazy and playing to the crowd. That's it. And when the moment came, he took advantage of it, man. And hey, kudos to him, man. He's definitely pound for pound, man. I think I'd have to put him over Bud just for the fact that you beat a guy that much, with like, well, yeah, 30 pound weight advantage or something like that, you know. And after, you know, being undisputed in two different weight divisions, both is, I mean, even Bud had to say itself, and man, kudos for Bud for that because his ego could have easily took over. He'd have been like, nah, man, but he had to say, man, you know, and real recognize real. I have to agree, man, for sure. PJ Big Dog, what happens to Fury Power? Yeah. Yeah. But you know, people forget, man. Fury was getting dropped by cruiserweights before. You know, remember Steve Cunningham dropped him? You know, and then all of a sudden he got up from Wilder, but you know, the man was unconscious and he admitted this to himself. I mean, ain't nobody put him unconscious but Wilder. Yeah, but the Kronk power somehow wasn't there. You know, even though he tried to hit him to the body like that, it didn't matriculate the way he wanted it to. Harold Trim, Bud and Usyk are changing the fight game. Congrats to both fighters. Yeah, man, definitely. And I'm really glad Usyk won, man, because you know he fought everybody he can fight, man. He beat AJ twice, and I mean, but that shows you can't automatically think that just because this heavyweight beat that guy can beat that guy. You know, remember Usyk was talking all that trash. He wanted to fight Wilder. He came out here. Wilder had that fight against shoot, what's his name, man? The Highlander or whoever the guy. He hit the guy, knocked him out, man. The dude walked out the arena. He never mentioned Wilder again after that. You know, not to say that it's automatic, but you know, he had the respect. He saw something. He said, "Ooh, man, I don't know. Maybe it's better I not deal with that right now. I don't know. Maybe down, you know, next. I mean, who else he's fought? I mean, he's went through all of them. Wilder's the only other guy that was, you know, big at the time that he could go in there against, but it's no guarantee. And the way AJ is fighting, I mean, I can't say truthfully that Tyson Fury will beat him. Look what happened with him and Ngannou. You know, and then Ngannou did, and he did that to Ngannou. You see what I'm saying? So it's like styles makes fights, man, and you're seeing that, and I like that. That adds more interest to the heavyweight division. For the first time, when you watch a heavyweight fight, now you have to watch it because you're not really sure who can really win it. And kudos to them for that, man. You know, and I was shocked Frank Sanchez lost last week too, man. But I think Frank Sanchez has the wrong trainer. He's fighting the wrong style. He shouldn't be with Eddie Reynoso. The things that he does well is not what Eddie Reynoso teaches, or it doesn't fit his style. He want to tell you to do things that's against what you do best. And I think Ryan Garcia figured that out, and that's when he got with Derek James, and look how he looked. The Ryan Garcia leaning back with the chin in the air, hands low, wasn't there. You see, but somebody has to tell you that. But if he was with Eddie Reynoso, he would have got caught like that. That's how Luke Campbell got him. And we talked about this, so this ain't nothing new to us. TS Boxing. What do you think about the Fundora fight? I think it's dangerous for Spence. Yeah, I think it's very dangerous for Spence, man. I'm worried about my boy in that one. I'm worried about how he's going to look and what he's going to be. Now, when I look at him now, then who's training him? He got so many answers, things to answer in the background. And the one thing I love about Derek James is even every fight you see, Derek James, every round, he got something for his fighter, man. That's what I love about him. Probably my favorite trainer in boxing today is Derek James because of that. You're a fighter, you in the middle of all this chaos, and you come back, and he giving you what you need, your direction. You don't have to think because he's putting the thoughts in your mind. Hey, man, you get back out there, he stops you, shoot that jab out there, keep your hands up, do like this, every little thing that you need to keep yourself tight and your mind fresh on where you want to go with it, so that when you go back out there, you stand on the game plan. And that's every fighter needs that. Every fighter needs that. And that right there is a thing that is lacking in a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters don't have guys like that in the corner. They're not teachers. They trainers and not teachers. Sir Ken, Black Star Clarissa has her YouTube channel now. Yeah, I see. She up and rolling, man. Yeah, I heard some words about her and Hannah Gabriel maybe having a part 2. I look forward to seeing that if it happens, or whoever she fights. We support Clarissa, so whatever she do, we're gonna be watching. So that's for sure. That's for sure. Watching and rooting. Those D punch out. Satire, bro. Yes, indeed. Picasso. Salute Picasso. Oh, what it do, man? Doing pretty good, man. Glad to see you, man. Thanks for coming by again, man. Been a while. Who Earl fight next? Oh, yeah. The Towering Inferno, Fundora. Oh man, that's gonna be something, man. I tell you though, I don't know, man. I probably would have sat back and let Bud go ahead and fight him. I mean, hey, Bud got to fight some other tough competition too, man. He need to go through some wars before we do this again. You're gonna fight this guy and then possibly have to fight Bud again after, I mean, give yourself a break in here somewhere, man. Let this guy do some of the lifting somewhere. I mean, it ain't like he ain't capable, So, but we'll see how it go, man. But that's Earl, man. Earl wants to challenge himself, and he like to go out there and give his best, put on the show. And I just think it's shameful that the fans turn on him the way that a lot of them had. I really, we as boxing fans got to appreciate these guys better, man. Win, lose, or draw, because they putting it all out there for us, man. And I mean, I can see you talk a little trash when somebody lose, but hey, man, it should be left right there because, I mean, that's the guy's life. Your reaction for that night, if you betted money or whatever you did that night, you just talking trash to your friend. I think I got him, you got him, or whatever. That moment was happening because that guy went out there and put it on the line in order to make that moment happen for you in your life. So it's a debt owed from the fight fans to the fighters, man. And we in America, we not so good with that. We need to get better. Yes, indeed. PJ's Big Dog. I lost a lot of respect for these black channels riding for PED cheap ride. That bum is guilty. Man, I gotta tell you, yeah, he's definitely guilty. He had it in his system. There ain't no way around it. I've never seen anybody, and it's been a lot of athletes who pop dirty, where so many people are filling in blanks. They're just filling them in. We don't have the hair follicle. We don't know if it was his hair, if it was ever sent. Did it go to where they said they go? Nobody from the Haney team saw it. What's official about it? None of that stuff makes any sense. Then when you look it up, you find out that the hair follicle test can't even supersede the urinalysis. There's a word for it. I can't think of it right now, but basically breaking it down, what it means is to get the result, it has to be in liquid form. So they have to break the hair follicle down to liquid form. So that's the reason why it can't supersede the urinalysis, because urinalysis is already in liquid form. You see, so that's why it's also said that no one has ever popped on the SARS because of that reason. But most people don't know that. But if you're just looking, because you have all this time that everybody's so slow to the judgment, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, you know, and that gives people time to fill in the blanks. Nobody knows what it is, but everybody seems to be unified in saying, well, I know he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it. I don't know the guy like that. I do know this. Before this fight, which I was shocked that he even took, because he ducked Devin Haney how many times? You know, when he fought Duno, who came in the ring with the championship strap and came in and said, man, me and you fight next. And then he stood there and named 15 fighters and said, I'm going to fight Devin Haney at the end of all of them. Why would you do that when he's the champ? You ain't never been a champ. He's offering you a title shot, but you got all this other stuff on your mind. You know. Then he was the mandatory. Then he turned down the title shot that was his. Turned it down. But now you jump in wholeheartedly. You got all this gumption and stuff. Those are the things that make me look at that and go, this don't make no sense. Now all of a sudden, and then after the fight, the first thing he said after the fight, no rematch. No rematch. Automatic. All those was questions to me, because you made a lot of money. This was a big fight. Everybody wanted to see it. You wouldn't want to make that big money again? I just, but it's so many things about that, man. And everybody's talking about that. And I get that, but I believe that he's guilty. And whether it was contaminated, I don't know. What we have is the rule. You can't have this. 2, he had this. What's the New York State Athletic Commission doing? See, they don't even have a head right now. The lady what was her name? I had it written down. Kim Sumner was the executive, whatever that position's title is. She was the one. She just all of a sudden just stepped down. It then comes to find out there's another guy, Randy Gordon. I saw him do an interview the other day. He's the former New York State Athletic Commission chairman or whatever the position is. And he was there from 88 to 95. And he talked about how they didn't deal with PEDs back then. That it hadn't evolved to that. They was more worried about if you had cocaine in your system and stuff like that. So he doesn't really know a lot about these things. So I don't know if he would qualify, but he was basically trying to volunteer himself as the next one, to come in and fill in, because they can't even rule on it because they don't have anybody to put the commission together to have the vote and make the decision. Meantime, all we got is time, and you got YouTubers just, it's this, it's that, it's this, and everybody who hate Devin Haney, and that it's growing day by day. I don't know. I can't understand the hate. I don't know where it come from, what they did. This Bill Haney love his son. He been with his son. His son's out there. They talk a little trash about boxing, but they fighters. That's what you're supposed to do. You got a problem with him, you hop in the ring and you settle it. Okay, he lost. At the end of the fight, he didn't make no excuses. He said, Allah's the perfect planner. He know all things best. I went out there. I knew about the left hook. I slept on it. I mean, you can't be no realer than that. That's the truth. Yeah, you have people saying, hey, I don't want to see the rematch. I don't want to see the rematch. Okay, go back and look at the fight. Take out all the parts when he hit him with the left hook. Take them all out, because it didn't end the fight. But just look at it. If you want to talk about possibilities, if that left hook never lands, what does that fight look like to you then? And if you say to yourself, well, man, hey, if he don't land that left, man, then, maybe Devin got a shot. Well, that's the reason to want to see a rematch right there, because that's an adjustment you can make that can make the next fight better. Just like when Sugar Ray Leonard came out, he looked at that fight and said, "Damn, man, I went out there and fought the wrong fight. I'm brawling with this guy." He did a damn good job with Roberto Duran, though. I mean, quiet as it's kept. I mean, he went in there and went toe to toe with the hands of stone, and he didn't get knocked out. I mean, that's a hell of a thing, but people didn't look at it that way. They trashed him. So he went back and said, well, I'm going to do what I do best. And that's the lesson that Devin Haney got to learn. I said this when he fought, who was the one that rocked him? Linares. I said, man, don't go in there, because he said he was asking Linares, how was my power? All that talk had got to him. People was talking about his power. You let people in your head. Just do what you do best, man. Those are the gifts that God gave you. That's what you taking into the fight. Take that in there and sustain yourself with that. But he goes in there and he tries to prove to people because people's mouth and all, man, that stuff don't matter. And then you get caught up in that, and then you get caught like that. Same thing happened in this fight. He was so busy to meet me in the center of the ring. What you saying that for? You know, we should have knew right then. Okay, hey man, his head ain't in the right spot because he shouldn't even be talking like that. You're a boxer. Go in there and box. Just stay in that zone, box. Don't do nothing else. Just box. Whatever happens when that comes, like you did with Regis program, you went out there, you boxed him. The knockdown came. Oh wow. Well, maybe that also fed into him thinking that, hey, I got more power. I could do it now. Because he's always wanted to prove that because people always throw that at him. But you got to stay in your lane, man, and do what you do best. The biggest strategy of your opponent is to take you out of what you do best and make you do what you're not as good at, to make you susceptible to what they're good at. And hey, that's what happened, man. And that's how fights like that happen, and that's how you get embarrassed like that. You can't. You got to stay on yours. Yeah. See, yeah, Harold Trim. After the Spence fight, I was Lenny Williams all night. Oh man, bro, I was hurt, man. I was hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt on that one. I did not see that coming. I was in amazement. I was just like, man, I've never been so wrong. I don't think I've ever been so wrong in the history of sports in my life. Never been so wrong. Um, Harold Trim, Black Star, your thoughts on AB versus Carl? I'm glad AB get a shot out here, man. Get to go out here and show the world what he got left, man. And hopefully that's something because I know last time but he's getting in shape. He's trying to. He's still got that mouth, and he got a shot in this fight, man. But I want him to win. I want him to win because that's good for him. It's good for boxing. I don't think Cobb can go as far as AB. AB brings so much more to the thing, and just imagine, man, AB versus Haney. If he win that fight, why not have a fight like that? Shoot, man. I mean, just throw anybody in there. Subriel Matias, man, Tiafimo, any of these guys, all of them is great fights. Depending on what he looked like, man. But I want him to, not go in there and get served up to nobody, but have a little something left, man, because AB was a special talent, man. But as far as picking the winner right now, I'm not really sure. I'm not really all the way up on Cobb to say whether or not he wins. I don't think he's as good as AB, but I don't know what AB got left either. So I'm kind of stuck right there now. But I want to see. I want to see though. Picasso, PGH Big Dog, me too. If I hear people saying pads is good, I'm always saying I respect all fighters except pad users. I'm gonna include cheaters too, but refs allow punches behind the head, etc. Yeah, they did that too. They did that, and you can see Fury, um, Ryan. Ryan was super aggressive, man. He had the eye of the tiger, man, and that was half of the thing. If you noticed it, Devin Haney was hesitant at moments, and in those moments where you hesitant, and another guy's moving with confidence, just you're giving the guy an advantage over you, and hey, it played out just like that, man. When you sitting there thinking, and he acting, and that too, yeah, man. That's one of the points I wanted to make about Deontay Wilder because I saw that in that Parker fight. When Parker got him in the corner, it seems like if you watch it, he freezes up, man. He freezes up, and then he's almost did the same thing Ryan used to do with the backing up and the chin up, with the hands down, and this guy's coming with the overhand. When you got what you need to stop this guy, to slow him down and get him under control. And when he was with Mark Breland, and I got to give Mark Breland that, I got to give it to him because that 1-2 down the pipe was fabulous, but he never threw it. It was there. The guy's coming at you like that. That boop, bam, and he don't want to see that right hand used at all. He don't want you to use it. If you fake with it, do anything with it, he gonna react because who wants to eat one of them? They don't taste good at all. You see what I'm saying? But When you're not in your mentality has been affected, and you start and you're trying to get away from the fight instead of getting into the fire. That's not a good thing, man. And that's where I start to question Malik Scott as his trainer. I don't think he the man for him. Not to say that he's not a good trainer. I'm not trying to say that, but what I mean is fits. You need a guy that can get in your ass when you come back to the side. When you come back over there and you sit down and you out there doing some old fugazi shit, he can look you in your eye and tell you straight up, look, man, what is this bullshit? You see what I'm saying? And he smack you. Hey, I remember Emmanuel Stewart telling Lennox Lewis, man, get this dude the hell out of here. You gonna let this guy sit around here? He gonna knock your ass out. What does Lennox do? Lennox look at him like, oh, shit, man. Oh, man. Go back in there. Boom. I mean, that you saw Sugar Hill do it to Tyson Fury. When Tyson Fury got dropped in that fourth round, he came back to the side. Tyson Fury like he had quit. His face was like, damn, that motherfucker got me, man. What the hell do I do? Went back, he said, hey, and he got on him in like fashion. You see Fury get up. He went out there and continued on, and then the fight changed again. Once he hit Wilder in that temple part, it like the fight had just turned over then at that point. But he had him from a point where he was ready to lay it down, or at least it appeared so. But when you have these people there that got your back like that sustains you, and that's what you need, man. And that's what I had noticed about Wilder and that, because he should have beat Joseph Parker, you know. And I'm not sure, and a lot of things we've heard over the years about him not listening to his trainers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So true or not, I don't know, but I'm just going with my observation. I just got to be real with it. I'm bomb squad all the way, but if I ever saw him and had him around, hey, that's the first thing I would tell him. Look, man, this right here. I mean, hell, if I ain't kidding about you, I won't say nothing. But if I see something, I got to say, hey, look, man, come here. What you doing? So that's where I am with that. So I don't want to be seeming like I want to be negative, and I'm not saying Malik is not a good trainer, but just for this situation, it don't look like it's right, because when you get a fighter with a mentality that has been damaged, and I believe those fights with Fury had done that, and I seen Wilder over the time working on different things and looking good on the videos and everything, but it has to translate. It's got to translate. That's where your corner comes in handy. Those are the guys that keep you tight. They're the ones looking at you. What are you doing? Wait, hey champ, you're not looking right. You got to keep this here. What you doing? Loosen up. Do like this. Whatever it takes. They're the ones that are there to guide you. And you gotta let them do their job, and y'all gotta have that respect and that relationship to where this guy can talk to you. If you seeing this guy coming at you, talking to you any type of way, and he's coming out with from emotion, this guy got your back 100%, and he's telling you something that he see and he knows something is right, and you're in trouble if you don't listen. If you don't have that attitude with the guy, then you don't need that guy in your corner, man. That's just real talk, you know. See here. Oh, look, Harold Truman. Wilder versus Big Bang should be a real banger. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, but I need Wilder to win that, man. I need him to do his thing. I seen him on the track, man, running, doing some road work. That's one of the things people always said he didn't do. You know, will we see the improvement? Because that's number one, man. The way people dog the champ, and they all those years and laughed and mocked and ridiculed the guy for all that time and everything like that, and then you come out and you put out a performance like that, that's what make me go, come on, man. The fighter in you can't let that ride, you know. And if you don't have that in you, then you're not a fighter no more. To me, if you're gonna go out there and do something lackluster, you can't do that. You got to be on a mission. And you get knocked out, but be on a mission. Bruce Gas, man, salute to the good brother Bruce Gas in the building, man. Salute my brother Black Star, man. Yes, indeed, man. Good to see you, bro. Still doing your thing, man. I see your channel growing, man. Hey, man, I knew it, bro. Glad to see you out there, my man. Yeah, Harold Trim, Black Star, your thoughts about the Huff and Puff twins that Caleb Plant slap broke the chop, man. Man, I don't know what the hell going on there, because these cats is just sitting on their shoulders, man. First, Jamel went out there with Canelo after all these years of doing all this blah, I want Canelo, blah, 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 blah. We pining for you. You get out there, you get in there with him, and you just do 12 and get out the ring. And you cool with it because of payday. Well, once you signed, he was guaranteed the money. But more importantly, you got his ass in the ring. So now what you do with that? Just jab and move and don't take no chances. Don't go for it. Did you not see what Bivol did to him? And Bivol was successful because just Bivol was disrespectful to Canelo. You can't give him no respect in the ring, man. You got to be disrespectful to him. He push him back and bah, bah, bah. They come with some he don't care what he's doing. He's imposing himself on this guy, and that was the difference in that fight. You see him to the point where Canelo actually stopped standing and was doing other stuff, trying to move his head and stuff. Like what is Canelo doing now? He totally got him out of his game, man. Because of that, you see this guy do it. Yeah, he's 175 or whatever, but he's no more skilled boxer than you, and you got pretty good power. I mean, why not go out there and go for it? I mean, hell, he didn't get a lot of accolades for doing it, but you would have got it. Well, we would have saw to it that you had got it. So go out there and do. And if you go out there and get knocked out, so what, man? Most of them think you ain't gonna win it anyway. But don't deny yourself. Now, every day for the rest of your life, you're gonna always sit and think, man, what if I had it win for it? What if I had it win for it? So he got to live with that, man. And that's terrible. Jamal's got so much stuff going on with his family and stuff. It's really affecting him, and he don't really look mentally all there. But to me, if you got things like that going on, that means you got a lot of emotions and things going on. So you got some anger in there too, you know. So this guy did this. There's some big money that can be had. It's a big money fight, you and Caleb Plant. I mean, I don't personally think, and I like Caleb Plant. Don't get me wrong. He's a damn good boxer, and but I don't think that he can beat Jamal Charlo because Jamal Charlo got the power to knock him out. Because we know that he'll look good for a number of rounds, but in them later rounds, he's susceptible to go to sleep, man. So why wouldn't you jump in there and just whatever you feeling, just give it to him, give it to him in the ring. Therapy, receive that big check. Whatever your problems at home might just clear up when this new money ring down. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I can't really speak on it. I'm just, it's just the way it looks to me. But, I mean, just can't leave it like that, man. Just can't leave it like that. Got to do something. Sir Ken, the guy David Benavidez is fighting is the guy that fought Adonis Stevenson. Yeah, Vosik was one of the top three light heavyweights, man. It was Vosik, Beterbiev, and Bivol. That was always the thing. Beterbiev beat Vosik, but Vosik is a good boxer too. And this is a good fight for David Benavidez. David Benavidez, in my opinion, is going to win. This is a good fight. People can't sleep on it. I mean, it's not going to be as easy, but he should win. But I mean, that's a good name on his resume too. And he's out here knocking down everybody else. And then they got boxing has Canelo Alvarez holding all the titles, and everybody at 168 can't fight for nothing because he's just holding the belts. He's fighting people in other weight divisions, not even fighting the guys at 168. I mean, how can boxing allow that? But they're ready to take one of the titles from Usyk. They're ready to take the titles from Jermell Charlo, who came up 2 weight divisions to fight Canelo. I mean, I don't understand. Boxing do some stupid things sometimes. Those belts don't mean anything to Canelo. Canelo is long past all that. He done won all the belts. He done made all the money. I mean, it's just crazy to me, but they allow that, man. But David Benavidez is out there. He can't keep running from the Mexican monster, man. He gonna have to face that, man. And it's only right. You should pass the torch just like Floyd did with you. Floyd didn't have to fight you. I mean, it's time for him to give back to boxing, man. That's what I feel. Sir Ken, off to work. All right, good bro. Thank you for coming by, man. Have a good day at work, man. Stay safe, man. And hey, thank you for coming by, bro. Number 1 sub, Sir Ken, man. It was times when it was just me and Sir Ken on here, man. When I first started this channel, shoot, man, we'd be on here 2-3 hours, man, talking about everything. Sir Ken, man. Harold Trims. Ryan needs a 2-year ban. If he's not punished, the door is open for more PED usage. Yeah, I had to agree. I had to agree on that because this is something that is not supposed to be in your system. It doesn't exist in your system naturally. So we know it came from some outside source. Everybody's automatically getting on the contaminated list. Okay, but you were supposed to already gave everybody the list of the supplements you was taking before all these tests happened, so that they could go back and test all these things to nullify that. And here it is, month going on to the second month after, and we still don't have the names of what you even took and stuff like this. You're not. Once you pop. I mean, that's 4 tests he popped on. 4 tests, and the hair follicle does not supersede the urinalysis, and that's on the company website that he used, and it's in general. Everyone in the science world knows that is true, because you have to liquefy the hair follicle, and since the urinalysis is already in liquid form, it can't supersede it. So, what do you mean? And also, when did he take it? Where was it? Is it his hair? Nobody knows the answer to none of these questions. They just told us that a hair follicle sample was sent to a place that and they said it was negative. Nobody knows nothing else about that. But you don't announce it till after the B sample is announced. So look how long it took for that to come out before you even came up with it. So that's why But and I was saying in the very beginning, at the end of this fight, man, well, let's rematch. What's it gonna hurt? Let's do the rematch. But the first thing he said was he didn't want no rematch. But now, since it's turning out this way, now he wants the rematch. Now Devin is saying he rather not, because he can't trust if he's going to, follow the protocol of the fight that's agreed upon, which I can understand that too. But there's got to be work that out. But that needs to happen again. Harold Trim, Devin and Spence made the same mistake. They told their opponent the game plan. The Godfather said, never tell people outside the family what you're thinking. No doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right about that. Yeah. Harold Trim says, maybe the Mexican Monster can get undisputed at 175. I wanted to see that Beterbiev fight, man. Beterbiev and Bivol. Woo, man. But I'll tell you this right now. If Benavidez can beat Bivol, he beat Bostic, and he beat Beterbiev, he don't even need Canelo, man. He don't need Canelo. Canelo never beat Bivol. If he beat Bivol by himself, I mean, hell, that just might be enough. Just might be enough. But hey, man, I can see it happening, man. He got some fast ass hands, man, and yeah, he got the right mentality, man, and that whole family is a boxing family, man, and the mentality that they have. I even like his brother Jose Benavidez, man. He's a real gutsy guy, and he gave Terrence Crawford a hell of a fight, man. I mean, Terrence won, but I mean, look at that. They went 12 rounds, and he looked a lot better than Earl did. Who would figure that? You see, that's the thing, man. Earl Trim Blackstar, did you hear about Iron Mike? He had a medical emergency. I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. Yeah, they said he's doing okay. He had ulcer, something about his ulcer or something from the flight, but he's supposed to be doing better now. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because I was going to talk about that. I had a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been so long since I've been able to talk my talk, man. But yeah, they say he's doing okay now, man. But yeah, like, and let's get more into this Ryan Garcia thing, man, with the PEDs and stuff, man, because the things that draw the question that I see that really pop out to me to make me go, I don't get, is the fact that when they took the urinalysis at the day of the weigh-in, he didn't take his till 6:33 p.m. that night when Devin gave his at the time of the weigh-in. Why did you take that much time? Okay, I can fill that in. The guy that they brought in to cut his weight now, oh man, what was the guy's name, man? He was on he's an older white guy, but he's been in the boxing game a long time. And right now his name is slipping my mind. But he said that on 11 hours before the weigh-in that Ryan weighed 155 pounds. Damn, 155 pounds, 11 hours before the weigh-in? And he had to cut him down. He said he got him all the way down to 143, and he finally said, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna pay the money, man." And he just called it off. And I'm saying to myself, well, if that's true, and you did that, wouldn't you be weight drained? Wouldn't you be sluggish or something in the fight? How was you still pumped up, energetic, and just, you know, that's not consistent because this man was hired to do that, and that's the only thing he was hired for, according to him. He was in the camp. He was there in 11 hours before that. That's man, you just can't. When you're dehydrated, you don't have all that. How did he have all that? You see, so that make you wonder. Then you see this stuff was detected, and you knew it was in his system during the fight. Those are things you can't cancel them out. Those are facts. That's what happened. He had those in him. But that is also a fact that he was 155 11 hours before, when all of a sudden, when it's time to take that, then you come into the fight and you just fine. Come on, man. Just shooting up and down weight like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. He said, should Mario Trim said, should Golden Boy drop Ryan? Man, they dropped Ryan last year. Remember? And see, that's the other thing that make me mad with Ryan. Because these bums, they just left him after that Tank fight, man. They left him for dead, man. He stood out on that stage. He had to bear the brunt of everybody's ridicule all by himself, man. His team left him, man. And then the guys that embraced him, like Javante Davis, Earl Spence. Earl Spence so much that he got his trainer to train him. And you talk shit about these guys. And Earl never did anything to you. If he had a beef with the trainer, Derek James, that's between them men. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he said something against my coach. What about Joe Goose? What about Eddie Reynoso? You left them. So I'm not liking it. And then this whole thing the other day with the monkey. Come on, man. Your daddy talking about nappy heads. You got all this going on, man. And people acting like none of this is happening. This ain't real, I mean, come on, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You gotta call it like you see it, man. It's just what it is. Hill of the teacher, man. Salute, man. Focus ball. What it is, bro. I caught you a little earlier, man. Chopping it up out there. Salute to you. Yes, indeed, my man. Good to see you, man. Been a minute since we chopped it up, man. Been a minute. Yeah, man. But all those things like that, really, you can't throw them away, man. So he definitely, they keep, contaminated. I don't know if it can be proven that it was contaminated, and that's the thing that gets you stuck. But where are we to go with it? Because this is the rules. Both guys signed. We're going through VADA. We're going to do this. This is the process for this fight. Everybody agreed for this fight now. So now everybody is looking at it now that the results coming out and they try to make it something else. This is clear cut, man. There ain't no wiggle room here. This is the test. This is the results. You pop dirty. You can't prove it. That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. All this stuff about he wouldn't do this. And man, we don't know nothing about that. That's why when you're doing business, you get it exact just like that. We're going to agree on this. We're going to take this. The result come out here. They're going to do this. Here we go. That's how we go. The only thing slowing this process up is they don't have the head of the New York State Athletic Commission right now because the lady quit. But they got to hurry up and appoint somebody so they can get this going because they got everybody up in arms about this. And then the thing is, we're waiting. Then when they come to it, they might say, hey, we're going to suspend them for 6 months. But we waited 6 months for the results. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna backdate it so that boom, flash. There ain't no suspension there. They did that to Canelo. 6 months. But he wasn't gonna fight in 6 months, no way. So what was that? Oh, and then by the way, we're gonna raise the levels. Now, if this guy, what was his name again? Randy Gordon. If Randy Gordon does get this position, expect some fugazi shit to pop off. And this is the reason why I say so. He used to be employed by Ring Magazine, who's owned by who? Oscar De La Hoya. Do I even have to finish saying anymore? And this is a guy who doesn't know anything about the PEDs because when the last time he was the New York State Athletic Commission head, the worst thing that they did with out of his mouth, he said himself, is that they worried about people on cocaine or marijuana. That's what they was basically looking for at the time. This PED thing hadn't evolved to this level. So he's not even the man that has the to go with this. You know, they have a team, that they can put together, and I think one of them is another possible person that can take over for the New York State Athletic Commission is an actual surgeon who is actually the head of a surgical unit in New York somewhere, but he doesn't have the time to do that, to put a commission together to do all those things. But he's qualified to comment on it because he's a surgeon. But you should have the right person in the lead with that. And why is New York State just mullying around like that? I just don't get it, man. The results is here. The results of that is here. They didn't do all this with Big Baby Miller, man. It was pop, back, boom, he gone. Yeah, the teacher says, much blessings, family. Yes, indeed. Blessings to you too, my brother. To you and all yours as well, man. Yes, indeed. But, that's a sad thing. But I do feel like they should run it back. And they got a chance to make it right for both guys. And, but they would have to have some type of agreement that's held, and everybody got to follow it. Because if you think about it, I understand they talk about, Devin Haney, has hydrated weight up, whatever, in these fights over other fighters. Okay. Devin Haney makes weight though. Ryan has never fought anybody at 140. He's never done that. He's always been a couple pounds over. It's never. So why is that? And then he take to the fact that, like I said, the guy that they brought in to get him to make weight said he was 155 pounds 11 hours before the weigh-in. 11 hours, 155. So what was you doing the weight cut? What was the IVs for? I didn't even get into the IV thing. IVs are illegal in New York, but he was taking IVs the whole time he was being tested. He was passing these tests, but he was taking IVs during this time. And the IV wasn't clear, like an IV that you take, My wife's in the medical field. What is the yellow bags? I asked my wife. I don't know. So we don't know what that is. That you know what I'm saying? But these questions, they suspicious as well. Because if you look at the totality of the story, you can't just dismiss it. Because that's not something you're supposed to do either. So there's a lot of wrongs being there. He comes out, I love steroids. I should take them. Yeah, I this and this and that. Come on, man. It ain't right, man. And then you sit here and then they play this Jesus Christ name, and he's claiming a Christian, and Devin is a Muslim. Everybody knows. But people don't have enough knowledge or understanding to realize that the Muslims recognize Jesus as well as a prophet. He's a prophet to the people of Islam as well as a prophet to the people of Christianity as well. At the end of the fight, I noticed that Bernard Hopkins, he looked at me and said, yeah, Allah Akbar. And he threw that in their face like that. I thought that was kind of a little distasteful, to go that far. But they doing little things like that to incite, and that's a little beyond boxing, man. It's a sport, man. Talk your little trash about who can win. That's how we, I remember growing up, guys go to the barbershop and you got your favorite fighter, that guy got his. You can talk your spiel, he'll talk his spiel, but ain't nobody going to take it no further than that. We might laugh, man, you crazy. That's the best you're going to get. Because it was men understanding, hey, man, but we all a fan of the sport. And nowadays, everything got to be taken too personal, man, and things get to places it don't need to be. People talking about killing each other and all that. Man, come on, this is a sport. All right, teaching, yeah, keep dropping that. Yeah, he talking. Oh yeah, PJ's big dog. I tell you, he'll the teacher salute, bro. Keep dropping that hot fire. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but we'll see what happens there, man. This week we got the 5-on-5 going down. Wilder's fighting Zhang, man. I'm looking forward to that. Disappointed that the Beterbiev and the Bivol fight's not happening though, man. That was the one I really wanted to see. I want that should have happened a couple years ago, man. And I don't understand, but somebody fill me in. I heard something about Beterbiev popping dirty for something or something possibly. Anybody know anything about that? Yeah, who else is on that card too, man? Bibble's fighting some guy. Daniel Dubois versus Philip Hrgovic. Yeah, they wanted to take the belt away from Usyk because of Hrgovic, and Hrgovic ain't fought nobody in a couple of years. Man, come on, man, wait your turn. Ain't nobody. That's crazy. Harold Trim Ryan is as fake as a $3 bill regarding his faith. Man, no doubt about it. He's sitting there talking all this conspiracy stuff too. The Illuminati's and all that. But you look at the back of his left hand. What is that eye doing there? Anybody know what the I stands for? And as far as conspiracy theorists and people that talk about, that's not something you want on you. And it's been times when he's had oh, don't pay attention to that eye. No, gotta pay attention to that too. Because if you really think about it, if you want to look at it through the eyes of a conspiracy theorist, it's something I thought about too. Is remember when he had that mental health thing, and that's really when I started, because I was dogging Ryan before, because Ryan was ducking everybody, he was claiming everybody, but he wasn't fighting nobody, and we called him out on it. And then when he had that, I said, okay, dang, okay, the man had a little mental health. He came out. He was looking like somebody who generally been through something, man. He started to talk a little ways, but he built himself up. He went out there. He fought Gervonta. I was like, man, I like the way he went out there, and he went for it. And I said, okay. I gave it to him. So he was naming fights. He was claiming fights, taking fights. I said, oh, hey, man, what's going on? So I started to support him, even when he came here to Houston. And he fought that last guy there, man. And go back, if you think I'm wrong, go back and look at that fight. In that fight in Houston, a lot of people was booing him. They wasn't behind him, but not now. Why is that? He won that fight. He knocked that dude ass out. He did it. Tough dude, man. He did his thing. I was happy. I said, go ahead, Ryan. All right. I was happy. Then, this goes down, and it's like all of a sudden now he's on a world tour. But you won, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Boom. But that's what the rematch is for, man. Don't you want to feel that again? Hell, I want to be able to tune in and watch another fight. Can I fit it in on what weekend? Every weekend, I want somebody to be doing something. So we'll see how things shake out with this, man. But that's the holdup with it. Is New York State Athletic Commission has to get those things together so that they can come out with the verdict, and then everybody can we can find out what the next move is, man. Because I know my man's talking about he wants to fight Earl. He got to fight Earl. He wants to do this. He just going buck wild with it, man. And it's beneficial, man. His star is just growing and growing and growing, man. You can't hate on him for it. But but when it comes to boxing, I'm serious about my boxing. If you're gonna call somebody out, I got to see that fight. don't be telling me you want to fight somebody and I don't see you fight it. I look at Gervonta. You keep talking all this trash about Devin, but you ain't fighting. Ryan did. You didn't fight him, but you still talking. You celebrating because another man won. That don't mean you can win that fight. It's not a guarantee. Because the triangle theory don't always work in boxing, because styles make fights, and that's why everybody should fight everybody, man. Laval Cooper in the building, man. What it is, bro? Been a minute, man. Black Star Sports TV, big bro. What's good? Good to see you, man. Salute, yes indeed. Salute to you, man. Good to see you too, man. Blessings out to you, your family, everybody, man. Shoot, man. My Mexican homie down there. Yeah, I know y'all doing good work on that, man. I ain't had a chance to see you guys in a minute though, but hey, I'm back around, so I'll be cruising and perusing you guys, man. Gotta support my brothers. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, I've been talking a little bit here, man. I think I'm about ready to shut it down a little bit, fellas. It's been a little while, and gotta get used to this again. So I'm trying to jump on here once a week, man, for now, and see where I can take it from there. Because I gotta fit this into the schedule and everything. But I'm around. I want to thank every one of y'all, man, one more time, man. All my subs, thank you so much for hanging in there with me and being there. And as long as I'm around, I'm breath in my body. I'm gonna keep trying to make another one of these, man. I'm gonna keep it going, man, because it's a sport we love. I'm gonna talk about some Cowboys too at that time, but right now I ain't got nothing to brag about. We'll do what we can do, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go and shut it down. But hey, thanks again to everybody on Black Star Sports TV, man. I look forward to seeing you guys later in this week. So just look out for me. I post it as soon as I can figure a time and I set it up. I'm gonna post it and meet you guys at that one. And we'll dig in even furthermore into these things. But I just wanted to give a little taste. I ain't been able to say nothing. I feel like I've been tied up in the closet now. They let me loose, you know. Yes, indeed, man. So what we got here? What do you think about AJ? Can he spin the block on Usyk? Oh man, yeah. Oh, I think hey, if he stayed with Derek James, he on the right track, man. And he's been healing himself mentally. Like I was saying earlier about fighters and the mentality, which I see in Deontay. It seems like it's going the wrong way because he's shelling up when the fight get hot. He's shelling up now. His confidence is damaged, and mentally, it's just not there where it needs to be. And it was like that for AJ for a minute. And AJ now you see he's building it. He's building a little confidence. He's starting to believe in what he's been teaching. But I know that they've been saying they was talking about putting him with Ben Davidson. But if he stays with Derek James, I think he's where he needs to be because he needs that guy that's going to constantly tell him, hey, man, this, that. Because when he had Robert Garcia in his corner that time, and Robert Garcia was saying, man, you're doing good, he was telling him to outright lie. I said, man, what is he telling him this? That's the wrong guy in your corner, man. That's a yes man. You don't want that. You want the guy that's going to tell you, hey, man. And I love the way Derek James does that, man. I've always said that. He does that better than any trainer in boxing today. He is there. He don't leave. He don't let you think about nothing. He fills your mind up what you needed for the next round. You program. You go in there already knowing what the next step is. And I love that. And a good example was Jamel Charlo, the second fight with Brian Castano. You know, the first fight he was telling him, he didn't listen. The second fight he listened, then it was a complete different. And it just showed you. That's right. That to me is when Derek James really showed his worth. I mean, really, you had to give him the due because if he wasn't there telling him that, it looks like Jamel Charlo mentally was getting off course, but he kept him on there. And that's credit to him, man. Credit to him for that. And AJ, man, yeah, he's getting the swag back, man. He's getting the swag back. Then we got Harrison. Be well. Great chatting with you. Be well. Oh, hold on, man. Hold on, man. We got the good brother basement boxing talk in the building, man.
What's
There,
good, bro?
there he is, man. On here with the monotone on the mic,
What's
man.
good?
I was just getting ready to dip out, but I'm glad you rolled in, man. Yeah, man. How you been, man? Everything been good?
Yeah. Everything been all right, bro. How you been, man?
Oh yeah, we hanging in there, man. You know, it's been
Been
a
all right?
struggle to get it on here, man. We've been trying to feel it, feel it out, and get in there. But I figured, hey, man, I had a moment. It was holiday. I said, man, just go on see what we can do here. And hey, we out here.
Right.
Yeah, man. What was your thoughts on the Ryan Garcia and all that, man?
What I miss? I was listening to you in the chat though. Oh,
Yeah, about Ryan and the PEDs and what they should
you there?
do. And, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Wait a minute, you froze up. I think you froze. I can see you, but it look like you. No,
Yeah,
you good
yeah.
that time.
My
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
my
you
shit was
good.
lagging for a second. Hold on. I'm gonna change my service. Hold on.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Before says Renee Box, salute to. Yeah, man, salute Renee. Yeah, man, it's been a minute, fellas, man. I had to get over there and chop it up with you guys, man. Yes, indeed, man. I like y'all show, man. Y'all do a good show too, man. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a whole lot going on. So much to be said, man. When I look down, I got a list of all kinds. I was going to just, but if I don't stop myself, man. PJ's Big Dog says, ban that line PED cheating Ryan for 2 years. Yeah, I think it garners something like that, man, because and I think what makes it worse for him is the fact that he's disrespectful about the process. And the thing is, he signed up for this as well as Devin did. And then people are saying, well, really, a third party, technically, New York State Athletic Commission, they can't really accept that. But you don't think that was agreed upon when they agreed to have this fight and bring it to New York with Vada and all that? Both guys signing on to that for the fight in the process of making the fight. So they can't really ignore it. They had to endorse it at some point for it to be, because he signed and he signed. So what really can New York State Athletic Commission do when they have signed to agree to this third party? Ain't nobody saying one person say you in and this one didn't. They both mutually agreed to get on it. So it's just like everybody say, hey man, 3.2 pounds that Devin signed to take the money for. Well, you did that, man. So it's the same thing. Yeah. So we'll see.
There we go. All right, there we go.
Yeah, man. So that's let's see what is it? PNG. And why is Tank out here copping for Ryan? He accused Ryan of cheating last year. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing about Javante that I'm looking at. I'm calling him out on, because this is some fugazi stuff, man. And I smell some pussy somewhere, because you was happy this guy beat him so that you wouldn't go and have to fight him. Did everybody remember when Bud beat Earl and the first person they brought out was Keith Thurman? Did you see that smile on his face? Boy, he was happy because that's the guy he didn't want to fight. Oh
Yo,
man. Oh, I had him this minute. Oh, yeah, can you hear me? I can hear you. You there, bro? Can you hear me? Hey, Black Basement. I can't hear nothing now. I could hear you a second ago. Yeah, take out here, cop. Yeah, and that's the thing about that, because that's my one criticism of Javante. I like Javante. I think he's a good fighter. He got great power. He done some things over the years to show me his boxing skills has grown, because even when he fought what's the Mexican kid,
there we go.
man? Shoot.
Yo, you
Oh
hear me?
man, I like. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's my internet. Yeah.
You got
Okay,
me.
there we go.
Okay,
What's good?
there he is. There he is. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, he was talking about Tank out here copping for Ryan. He accuses Ryan of cheating last year. All of a sudden now he's saying that that's not possible. And I was just making the point that, to me, it seemed like somebody a little scared. You happy that this guy beat
Uh
Devin,
oh.
but you ain't trying to fight Devin. It's just like Keith Thurman wasn't fighting Earl Spence, and then when Earl lost, he was the first one smiling in front of the camera. Yeah, yeah, I didn't think he won any rounds. That's that coward over in the corner, man. That's what it looked like to me, and I just got to call that out, man, because I mean, if you're gonna get on the block and you're gonna call yourself the big dog and you out there doing all that, man, you supposed to take on any challenge. Anybody put their head up, boom, he talking trash. Me and you, buddy. The janitor over there talking stuff. What you talking about, man? Put that trash down, punk. Let's see what you got. Something, man. You don't start moving around and hoping somebody else beats somebody. And yeah, come on, you can't do that, man. I don't respect that, man. And champs can't be like that. And that's why I like Earl Spence. That's why I'm a big fan of Earl, because Earl take on anybody. And if he win or lose, man, hey, that man take it. Flaming Inferno, man, that's a tough ass fight. Tough fight. And this cat got better. And if you notice in his last fight, he worked his distance, his range a lot better. Even Earl said it at the end of that fight. He said, hey, man, yeah, yeah, most definitely. So if he implies that, man, I mean, I don't know if Earl can get him, man. If he can't get inside, I don't know what he can do with him. But, that's the fight. Yes, indeed. See, I can't. Where my glasses at? I can go
See a
sit
little
there.
bit different.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, can y'all hear basement clear out there, everybody? Oh, let me.
You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you better now.
Can you
Now,
hear me?
I'm just making sure. Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you. You sound real good right now. Yes, sir. Harold Trim says, I can't
Yeah.
believe Miss Blackstar doesn't enjoy talking boxing with you. Yeah, yeah, she do. I just won't stop. Because, when the fights come, she come in the room, sit with me. So, I done converted her to. I had that feeling, man. Every time I go somewhere, if I be at a job or something, man, next thing I know, I got a crowd of us. We all talking boxing. I don't know. I got the boxingitis or something. Devin learned all money isn't good money. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You gotta, if you're gonna make agreements to have a fight, you got to make them guys stand on their word too, because that's what the business agreement is. You know, that's dealing in good faith. When you say, hey man, we're gonna meet at this time, we're gonna do this, and that. Okay, both parties agree. Now we're gonna do this thing. That's the way it should be. Uh-oh, who is that? Trick Nelty in the building, man. Salute, Trick. What it is, man? My what's good, man? Yeah, it been a minute, bro. It been a minute for sure. Salute to everyone. And boss, salute to Trick. What's good? Salute. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. He's good too. Yeah, that's good, man. But basic, man. Yeah, I'm down to hear what your opinions is, man.
You want to hear my opinions on what? Just want to hear my opinion.
On the Rhine and the PEDs and all that good stuff everybody talking about.
I mean, if he guilty, he guilty. Flat out.
You think he
It's,
did it?
man, it's hard to say, bro. But when you find that 60 times the limit, that's what
Hmm.
makes me think like it was done on purpose. And then from what I understand, I'm not a scientist, but from my knowledge of it, it's supposed to be a weight cutting drug. So
Hmm.
I mean, I could see him probably on it because he didn't make weight, he didn't attempt to make weight, and he knew if he was within over 2 pounds or within 5 pounds, the fight would still go on.
Yeah.
So it could have been. And then they start now everybody talking about micro dosing and all that shit. I mean, I don't.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, if he's guilty, it's the same shit American had in his system. They banned him for 2 years. If he did, he
Exactly.
did.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's so
Yeah.
hard with all this trolling that he do to know if he's serious or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. But some of that trolling is getting him in trouble because he's saying all kind of things, and some of that stuff is making it bad for him. But the one thing, like, what's a couple of things, but I was talking about a little earlier. I'm not sure if you heard me, but you may have. I was talking about the guy that they brought in to cut his weight down. They brought him in 11 hours before the weigh-in, and he said when he started his uh, cutting process, he was 155 pounds. So if you're 155 pounds 11 hours before the weigh-in, and then you come in and you still, and when he got him down to 143.2, he said, "Well, I'm just gonna pay the money, man. I'm good on this." He said, "Okay." So his job was done at that point. You go out to the fight. But wouldn't we see some type of residual effect? Shouldn't he
Exactly.
be a little weak? He should be, but he didn't have none of that. So this is one of the things that sticks out to me to make me think, man,
And hold on now, because
hmm,
Ryan fought in spurts in that fight,
true, true,
so
true,
he could have been weak because he only fought in spurts. And
hmm,
then without him fighting in spurts, or if he would have even stepped his level up of fighting in spurts, he could have got the real knockout from Devin Haney. So maybe he
hmm,
might have been a little bit tired because he only fought in spurts.
yeah, yeah, that's true, man.
You know,
He did because who was it? And in the 12th round, he really didn't even go for it. He kind of just pulled back. And like Harold Trump says, I believe he was smoking weed to hide the cheating. That's part of it. But when you add the weed and then you add the IV, you see what I'm saying? It's not looking good like that because we don't know for sure. But when you look at all the factors the way that it is, I mean, all this against people saying, "Oh, I just don't think he did it." I mean, I don't know how that can outweigh those things, and that's where I'm stuck at. Because
yeah,
I said from the beginning, I don't care about all this. Just have a rematch and whatever be what it is. That's the way you fix things. You get back in the ring, you do it again. But at the beginning, he didn't want to do that. As soon as the fight was over, he was like, "Nah, no rematch." But you remember when he fought Duno at the end of the fight, Devin Haney came in with the belt over his shoulder. He said, "Me and you next." And he stood there talking about, "Man, I'm gonna fight 12 guys and you're gonna be last." And the guy standing right next to you offering you a title shot. You ain't never been a champion, never had a shot. The man came and offered it to you. You turned it down. Then it goes some time later. You are the number one challenger. Your name come up. You tell him, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go fight Luke Campbell." You see what I'm saying? Why are you running from this guy? You ain't looking like you anxious to get in there with him. Then all of a sudden, boom, boom, we'll fight him. Yeah, let's do it. Where the confidence come from? That's just a question. See, all these things come into the reason that I have the opinion that I have. It's not no one thing, but when you put it all together and you match it like that, I mean, that's a lot to consider. You know. Let's see, yeah, PG said Ryan was using IVs. Don't try to make weight. Didn't try to make. And then he even came out and said that he didn't even try. He said, "Why would I weight train myself?" I mean, that makes sense. But you're admitting to something that's corrupting yourself in this case. In this case, that's the wrong thing to say. That's going to prohibit you. They're going to definitely use that. I mean, because that proves you was not. If you were 155 pounds 11 hours before you're supposed to weigh yourself for a 140-pound fight for a title, and you coming in still at 143 after all that time, come on, man.
How did
Come
they
on.
fight?
Say it again, bro.
So how did the WBC even let that go down?
I know. And he even said, he said that who was that? No, wait a minute. Was that no, I don't think that was Brian that said that. But someone had related that the rule is if you come in, I think what is it, 4 pounds over, the fight is automatically stopped. But you coming in
Five.
three something, or five. Okay, okay. So somewhere in there. So he came in just enough. Oh, he said that Floyd told him that. That's what it
That's
was. He said that Floyd told him that. So when you look at all of that, so that tells you people was calculating something in the background to give edges in this fight. You know, so not that all these things are wrong, because some of this stuff you can do and still be legal for the fight, because everybody does a little something. I mean, this is boxing, but when you break a rule that is laid down and you got something in your system that it does not occur naturally. Now, the Nandrolone, they gave him a break on that because that occurs in your body naturally. But it's not to say that he didn't have that in him, because, I mean, I remember days being in the weight rooms and with guys that did steroids and how these guys act. He was acting like that um, the day before at the press conferences and stuff like that. He was already doing it. He came in like that. What was the reason that you come out with pants on, unzipped, with no shirt on, and you just flexing for everybody? What is that? That's roid rage, man. If you look back on what you know now, at the time, you might can take it a certain way, but it's happening right in your face, and that's not naturally his persona. You look at all his other fights; he doesn't carry himself not quite like that. But I didn't mind the aggression because I liked that there's something new in him. But he started to do that after he had that mental health situation, remember? And then when he came back, he started to build into this guy. When he went out there and he fought Tank and everything, I was like, oh, my, go ahead, Ryan. I was impressed by it because everybody ducking and moving and shaking and whatever they doing, these cats making a fight. And I was like, hey, man, go ahead, Ryan. You know, he didn't win, but still, I became a Ryan Garcia fan at that point. I was like, wow, man, I like the way this dude moving now. He's looking like one of my guys.
right.
But this part here, I don't like that. I don't like the fact how he turned his back on people who rode with him when his team turned their back on him, and now he cool with the people who turned their back on him, and he's shitting on the people who befriended him. I don't like that. I don't like that part. you know.
Okay. I gotta play devil's advocate. So who befriended him that he's friends with now?
Oh well, Javante, but he dissed Devontae because he was like Devontae is on his nutsack now. You remember when he was saying that like he said that he was like a woman wanting to be tight with him like that because he kept saying he's innocent, and he did look like that. And I had to laugh when he said it because I said, "Damn, Ryan, you're right about that." And then like Earl got him over there. Earl even had to beg Derek James to train him. So that's how he
Okay.
got with him. But now he talking about I got to get Earl. Earl ain't did nothing to you. You Earl and his trainer got something going on. That ain't got nothing to do with you. But you calling out Earl, I got to fight Earl. I got to. When I say, hey man, call off the Fundora fight. Let's get it. If he don't get suspended, give me that fight. You call for it. You ask for it. Earl said, take all the drugs you want, buddy. Hey,
Yeah. Okay. Tank being coming to the rescue at the beginning. I can understand because at 140 they can do a Ryan Tank Part 2. That'll be a lot of money. So I can see why him backing Ryan up on that. Now Ryan
Mhm.
calling out Earl Spence. That's just talk. That's just troll. That's just troll
Uh,
shit. But I am very interested to see who Earl Spence has in his corner training. Who is his new trainer?
yeah, man, that's what I've been thinking about, and I don't know who to really recommend because I held Derek James in such
Who is
high
his
esteem.
new trainer? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
heard
heard something about damn it,
you mean
what's his name?
with Derek James either.
What's the guy's name? Oh, wait a minute, man. Matter of fact, it was a guy that's already in Jamel's camp. Oh man, sometimes them names, man, they oh man, um, it's a Latino dude, man. Oh man, who was the guy, other guy in the camp with them? Juan Guzman. Yeah, thank you,
Oh, you
LeVar
talking about
Cooper, man. Yeah, Juan
the
Guzman. Yeah, he's supposed to
so you
be.
think Earl went to Juan Guzman?
Him and Jamel both have. The rumor is that's what's going on, but I can't confirm that.
Okay.
That's the rumor, so I don't know. Well, my thing is, well, how come Derek James still with Frank Martin? I mean, how do they work that out and still be if they beefing so hard? You know, it seems like it's got to be room for them to
So
mend that thing. You know, because if they still doing that and they ain't really out here, you don't see Earl really out here just throwing darts at him heavy, and he ain't really doing it back.
right.
Um, but my thing is, I don't really think that he owed that money to Derek James. But if he gave it to Derek James, I could understand that too. Or
Right.
maybe sometime at the end, maybe
Let's talk
Earl
about that.
said to him,
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
yeah, yeah,
that. You say you don't think the money was owed. You don't believe it was owed. Okay,
yeah. Cause yeah,
let's
go
talk
ahead.
about it. Now if we have a verbal agreement
Hmm.
that I'm gonna give you 10% of my earnings. Question is it 10% the upfront money or is it 10% of all everything?
Yeah, yeah. See, and the reason I think it's the purse money because I think everything that they had done before was based off that. So I'm figuring that's still in effect for this fight, unless
Okay.
unless they did have a conversation where they changed it. That I can't prove or deny. So that's why I say it looks to me that way. But I
My thing
mean,
is this.
yeah,
My thing is this too. You know, I'm a big Earl Spence fan. My thing is this.
hmm,
Even if Earl did owe him the money,
hmm,
why not pay him the money? Because guess what? It's another tax write off. I would rather Derek pay the money, pay the taxes on the money, than
hmm,
me pay the taxes on the money and keep it.
hmm. But hey, that's a thought there, man. You're right. You're right. So maybe
You know,
they can
and then
still work that out. It's possible. Man, I ain't think about it
and
like
then for
that.
them to
See.
be together this long, bro.
Hmm.
I mean, I couldn't let money between that.
Yeah,
So
it,
they had
it
to get
really
that working out.
yeah, they got to, man. They too good of a team, man. I think Earl was the perfect fighter for him to train, and he was the perfect trainer to train him as a fighter. I just think that was a perfect marriage. I don't know if any other trainer can do as good a job as Derek did with him. I really don't. Because I really thought, I was thinking to myself, man, who could he get that's as effective? Because I know after all these years, Earl had to get used to having that instruction the way that he gets it. And if he's in an environment where he's not getting that now, the way his mentality is now from what he just went through, he might not be mentally on par to where he need to be, or be able to see,
Right.
you know, what he needs to on his own like that. Now that's any fighter, but I just feel like they need. I really hope they work it out, man. I really do. Yes, indeed. I really hope they work that
Yes.
out, man, because that would be great. Yeah, that definitely will. And oh, Harold Trim says Devin helped Ryan keeping his right hand down and leaning forward. Bad technique, bad results. Yeah, that's true. Devin was doing a lot of stuff different, man. And much like what I was talking about with Wilder earlier, Devin was doing that too. Devin was hesitant. He was standing there like, and he getting caught with stuff and getting dropped with because he's sitting there like, what's going on here? Because this guy is hyper aggressive. He ain't thinking, he ain't hesitating. He just, I'm beating your ass, and that was his mentality. That was Ryan's mentality. Ryan was, I'm knocking you the fuck out. And hey, man, I can't hate on it, but I know that this a little extra more than what is normal for this guy, you know. And then all that's going on, if you add it together, it makes me. And none of this you can say for sure, but if you have to weigh on it, that's the only way you can make the decision. I can't just give this guy something without this guy showing me something to make me think, okay, well, I can have faith in him like that because he a human being like everybody else. And I do remember them days when he did not want to get in the ring with Devin Haney, like a whole bunch of other fighters. All of a sudden now, since Devin lost, Devin is cottage cheese. Now he can't beat nobody. I'm like, okay, well, who's the next guy gonna jump in there with him? Because I guarantee you, the next guy gets in there with him getting his ass whipped. I'm gonna put money on that. Because one thing, and this is a thing too, and I want to bring this up about the Javante and Devin, and I hate to keep moving around, but we just chopping it up. Everybody was down in Devin about that sparring tape with him and Javante. And I can understand, you can feel how you want to feel with it. It's sparring session, whatever. But the main reason for the sparring session is what people is not talking about. The fact that Floyd Sr. could see that Javante wasn't doing what he needed to do. He was out here fucking up. He was running around, drinking, partying. He didn't want to come to Vegas and train. He was over in Baltimore, running around, doing a bunch of dumb shit, getting in trouble. But you got this young guy in the gym, constantly putting it in. He ain't doing no folly. He right here in Vegas, and he's doing everything that they asking him to do, and he's sticking to the game plan. So he throws in his face, "Hey man, you keep messing around. I got a young buck back at the gym. Put it on you, buddy." They made a bet, right? And doghouse rules. Whoever tap out first, you lost. And the money come up. Guess who got the money? The young buck got the money. But everybody talking, oh, he rocked him. He rocked him. I ain't seen no rock like that. I seen the man look at him like, what you doing? What you doing, Agent Brown? What you stopping me for? I mean, he was getting some heat, but hey, man, that happens. You doghouse rules. But they took the money. So what was Floyd wrong, or was he proven right? Because after that sparring session, Javante ain't been doing none of that dumb shit that he was doing before. So quiet is kept for everybody. All listen, blah 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 blah. Y'all can say what you want. One thing you cannot criticize Devin Haney on, and one of the reasons why I did like Devin is Devin's dedication. He's always in the gym. He's always working on it. You might not agree on what he's doing. Why is he doing that leg stuff? Why is he doing that whatever? But everything he's doing is trying to make himself better. He's putting in the work. He don't go out here. He don't bother nobody. He talk a little trash about boxing, but why not? You putting the work in. If somebody don't agree, sign a contract, get in the ring, and show me. That's what the whole sport is about. Nothing wrong with that. But people got hate for the guy. I can't see how you can hate him, man. I really don't. He hasn't turned his back on people, or well, some people might feel like that with Floyd, but they had their little goings and on and everything. But whatever happened, I think Floyd just upset that he didn't sign with him, and he had to go get Javante. Because if he had Javante and Devin, it'd have been a whole different thing going on here. You see, because it's all about his ego, and I think that that was part of it. But then you had a father who was really from the beginning, or even before Floyd got involved, was always hands on with his son. And I'm always give him props for that, man, because I think he did a hell of a job, man. He took him all the way to undisputed. And people can debate, the route or how he got it or whatever, all you want. But the reality is that's what it was. He did that. And, he wasn't a guy that had the total knowledge, but he know where to go get it to help his son. And he did that. And they went there. And he talked, I mean, he's not just his father, like Ryan's father, just being the father. He's his actual promoter. They in business together. He's more hands on than that father is. So if he say more things and do more things, it's because of his position. But it's not that Ryan's father don't feel the same way about Ryan, because I'm pretty sure he do. But you can't fault the man for stepping out there to do that and coming into and even learning boxing enough to get in there and train fighters and give it and get that absorbed. Because I don't know, was Bill Haney ever a fighter? I don't think he was. I don't know if he had that type of background.
See, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about too. Because Devin fought.
Oh man, well let me catch up a little bit. We way behind on these comments. My bad, fellas. PJ's Ryan showed all kinds of road rage during the pre-fight press conference. Yeah, I do. When you look at it, you have to almost consider that. I do believe that Black Star Bateman, should the results be overturned and Devin and Ryan gets a no contest. Um, I, well, according to the rules of the way things are going, if he popped dirty and he can't prove his innocence, then I mean, I think you almost have no choice. You know, all the reason why I said that because of boxing politics. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Harold Trim says Ryan is salty because EJ took his 20K. Yeah, he did get him. He got he got him for his paper, man. Be 100% correct. Okay, and this is when yeah, LeVar said Juan Guzman. Yeah, because it has been heard. And Harold Trim said he heard it was Virgil Hunter. I didn't hear that one. That'd be interesting. Or Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter would be another good one. I think would be nice. Wouldn't be bad for him though. PJ Big Dog Spence has no business fighting Fundora with no training. It's going to end bad. Glad he back with Blu-ray, but that ain't enough. Oh, he's with Blu-ray? He back with Blu-ray now? That's a good thing if he is, man. Yeah. Okay. Well, shoot, man. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me that, bro. Yeah, PJ's. I guess Frank Martin paying D James, not Spence. It's a bad situation. Well, I mean, they still got a unilateral deal because they all working together. Because he's a promoter, he's a fighter, he's a trainer. So they still. So I don't understand. And I imagine they deal got to be similar to that deal. So what he gonna do after this? He gonna say Frank Martin owe him some money too? That's something we just gotta look at. I ain't saying it's gonna happen, but we just gotta observe to see who's right is wrong. I mean, because we sitting on the outside trying to find out. Okay, what's this? Spence looking bad out here. Pay your damn trainers right. Okay, so you think he owe it to him? Yeah, hey, he might. But the reason it being I feel like it's not is for the fact is that y'all had this trainer agreement for all these years and you've been paying no problems. Now you had the big money. Now you normally don't get money on the back end because he don't really do any promotion or anything other than just train the fighter. So if that's the case, I don't know. But I mean, as it stands right now, this is all I got to go on. So that's why I feel that way. Chick Note, he says Ron admitted to his wrongdoing in a sarcastic way. He doesn't care. All been on video and audio. So when the commission come up with a ruling as far as his punishment, they should come down hard on him. Yeah, they should, but I feel like they're not going to. It's like everybody's looking for a way to work it out for him. It seems like and I could be wrong because they're not in a rush to put the commission together yet. They don't have a head of it yet. The woman, she quit, and then now they haven't appointed nobody, so that's the delay that everybody's waiting on. Why it's just silence now all of a sudden. Harold Black Star, didn't Triple G do the same thing to Angel Sanchez? Look how that worked out. Yeah, I guess you got a point there, but we have to see the facts. But I'm hoping that they can work it out, man. If you owe him the money, pay him the money, man. He definitely worth it. I would never say don't pay the man. But according to whatever the agreement was, you gotta go by it. Just like Devin and Ryan had agreement for this fight, how they was going to do that. When you make an agreement, both parties got to stick to it. Earl Trim said Earl is acting like Nino Brown. What happened to I am my brother's keeper? Yeah, man. Cooper tricking on the facts. What I think Dev should have done, and people wouldn't like what I'm about to say. Dev should have backed out of the fight with Ryan coming in overweight. Money rules. Yeah, he should have made him. Yeah, yeah. But everybody would have been calling him scared, and then that type of pressure made you buckle, and then look what your result is. And but you're right though. Yeah, I mean that's been proven right now. Yeah, Trick Nolte says, I never seen a fighter get beat down so bad he just refused to get his get back. Yes, yeah, you got to get the get back, man. Gotta get that. Yeah, Harold Sean Bill Haney was a street dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't a fighter, but for him to come along in the sport the way that he has, and help his son get there, and taking it as far as to being the voice in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to give kudos to the man because he adapted to a lot of things. In that. Even though I don't think he's the best trainer, but he got him where he got him, man. You know. So okay, bro, we caught up, my man. Go ahead. I ain't mean to do that, but we were so far behind, we was gonna never catch up.
I forgot where was I at?
Oh, we was talking about Bill Haney, whether or not he was a fighter in the past.
Okay, yeah. So my thing is this situation. When we saw Devin fight Kambosos, Bill brought Zav Zuda father in. The fight before then, I believe they had brought Kenny Porter in to help train. Then we get the Loma fight. The Loma fight, Devin father was the head trainer. But we seen in the Loma fight, Devin had problems, and Bill did not have the answers for him. Bill was telling him, do this, do that. And he said, man, I'm doing it. And he already know what I'm doing before I do it. So from my understanding, with that being in mind, this is being one of Devin's biggest fights of his career. Why Bill wouldn't take the back seat and have somebody else come drive and you just assist. Yeah. I believe Bill and Devin that their feelings get too much involved in this fight. And that's why we got the results that we get. It was no way that Devin was supposed to come in there even thinking he was gonna get a knockout. He was supposed to come in there with the man type, man, I'm about to run circles around you.
Exactly.
I'm about to run circles around and make you look like a clown. If the knockout come, it come. But it was so after we watch the fight and we go back and look at even to his media day apparel. When I go back to Devin's media day apparel, you know who he came dressed like?
Like Tupac in the Counting for Your Love video, wasn't it?
No, not that. I'm talking about right the day before the fight, that last press conference, he came dressed like dude who killed Scarface. He had the all black on with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, they put a little bit, they let their feelings get a little bit too involved in this fight. And that's why we got the results that we got. Because listen to this, a lot of people might not like it. Some people might do. When this guy came in there 3.2 pounds overweight, technically, you should have been like, you know what, I don't want to fight, bro. Because we signed a contract that we was gonna be on an even playing field. Now you came in 3.2 pounds over, knowing that they're not even gonna let you attempt to try to lose that weight. Man, it's over with, bro. It's over. Yeah. It's over with. I mean, people could have criticized me and all that, and that'd have been cool. but we wouldn't be going through some of the bullshit that we going through right now too. And you cheated. And you cheated too, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, so then people say, well, damn, Devin ought to get this guy, man, a chance, another chance. Man, for what, bro?
Exactly.
For what, man? Fight you again for what, man? Why would I even want to see you make another motherfucking dollar?
Exactly.
I'm not about to be responsible for you getting another penny.
Yeah, I bet it all seemed clear to him now, but back then, I think the promotion got to him. He was on there.
Exactly. The promotion was it definitely got to him.
Mm-hmm.
But just thinking back, man, I would have been like, you know what? Nah, bro, it's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with. I can see if you came a pound. Two, but then 3.2 and you don't even try. That's the part where I would have been like, you know what? Nah, it's over. You ain't even try, bro. You ain't even come down here sweating. You ain't even come to the weigh-in sweating. Come on, bro. You feel me?
He get on the scale with a beer in his hand.
What a fake, yeah, with some apple juice talking about his beer. Hey, Eddie Herndon would have been mad at me, bro.
Yeah.
It is the crazy part. I mean, now that all this shit didn't happen, I know Devin thinking he's still calling De La Hoya talking about where's check.
Yeah, how and that's crazy to me. How they ain't paid the man? I mean, Golden Boy. I mean, come on, man. That's unbelievable to me. He gonna have to pay him, but he playing games with him, But but I ain't never like Oscar anyway. Oscar, look what he did to Canelo, man. I mean, he got him a good deal. They got the big money, but he was skinning off the top on the man. And the man found out about it. He cut his ass quick. He cut his ass quick.
Scamming.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man. But one thing that all fighters should have learned from that is that when you make that agreement and y'all make that deal, you got to make your opponent stand on it. Ain't no well, we going just now. You ain't come in. It's on you. And that's the way it's got to be. And boxing fans got to support that, man, because without the agreement, we don't get to fight. And if a guy gonna be honest and say we're gonna do all this and that, and then the night of the fight coming, and this guy to my man, what you mean? I mean, it's only 9 pounds. It's only 9. Right. You gonna rehydrate to more than that? Hey, rehydration, man.
You didn't take yourself through the rest of the motherfucker gut thrilling shit that I had to go through to lose 3 pounds.
Yeah, how's it fair for my how's it fair for my rehydration to start at 140 and yours gonna start at 143 in a quarter? It's going like that. It ain't gonna never eat up. And you see how big Ryan looked on the night of the fight.
Yeah, I kept saying it. I kept saying like, man, it's no way Ryan makes weight. First of all, let's go back. Ryan's last 6 fights, he's only made weight once.
That was 6 fights.
That was against Tank. His last 6 fights, he only made weight one time. Every other time, he's paid. He's been 2 pounds over, 3 pounds over, 2 pounds over. So I knew Ryan wasn't gonna make the 140. And I'm just looking at this guy like, man, this guy is too big. Days before the fight, to get down to 140. I already started. We was seeing it in Devin. His face was shrinking. Jaws was going in. Jaws was going in.
Yeah.
And with Ryan, I'm like, man, bro, this guy tripping.
Yeah.
And he walking around with vests and shit on, whatever the fuck that was. Was that a weighted vest? I don't know
Yeah,
what.
I don't know, man. And then he coming there without no shirt on with his pants unbuttoned. I mean, what is that all about? I was like, man, this dude, he off the chain, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but he was full of rage, man. You know, you could see that. And I kept saying, damn, man, he really up for this fight, you know. But at that time, you don't really think in terminology of, hey, man, somebody popping dirty or nothing like that. You always see it after the fact, for the most part. When you in fight mode and you just ready for the fight to happen, you just looking at it like that, and you think everything is on the up and up. But looking back at it now, it do look like Roy Rage.
Hey, and that's what I say. That's what I got to say. So after the very first press conference, the very first press conference, Devin had Ryan crying. Remember, he left the stage crying.
What?
So
I don't remember
yeah, yeah.
that. Dang.
When they
So
was
what?
in when they was in New York,
Man,
when they
I
was in
didn't
New
see
York,
that.
yeah, when they was in New York, and when they start facing off, and Ryan was calling, I mean Devin was calling him all type of bitches, like man, you was a bitch. I'm gonna beat your ass. You already know it, bitch. That motherfucker Ryan started crying and walked off the stage. So
Man.
from that point on, I was already shaky about this guy. Like, man, he might do anything to win this fight.
Yeah, because we always talked about how he looked like he was reluctant to take the fight, even though the fight was pretty much there for him for a number of years. Devin was always saying, we can get it up, we can do this, we can run it. And he, even when he was the number one contender, he turned it down. I mean, we was like, what do you? I mean, the heavyweight, the world title. You ain't never been a champ, and you turn that opportunity down. What the hell is
Yes,
wrong with you?
we can fight in a few years. We can fight in a few years.
Yeah. He kept putting it off. Then all of a sudden, he go from that to supreme confidence. That's why I say that when I lay all that on the table and look at it, I go, man, I can't, because like I said, I had really just converted to Ryan, because when he fought here in Houston, I remember I was looking at that fight, and there's a lot of people in the audience was booing him. They was wanting him to get his ass whooped because they was already shitting on him for the tank fight. But he went out there and Derek James, he had tight, pop, shit, he stopped old boy, and I was happy for him. I was like, go ahead, Ryan, there you go, shoot, man, that boy got it, man, there you go. He getting it right, because I always said before, I said he was with the wrong trainer. You know, I don't think that man, Canelo's trainer. I keep
Oh, Eddie Reynoso.
Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso doesn't really. He's not good with that style, and he's the reason why Frank Sanchez got beat last week. This guy fighting a different style than he's good at. You're going against your greatest attributes, your the things that you possess. Like Ryan used he straight back. He worked the jab. He worked that hook off there. He kept his head down, hands up, kept his chin down. Now he wasn't doing any of that stuff like that. And look at the results. You see improvement all the way. And in that fight, I saw that. I said, look at him. He's doing better. He had a couple of moments in there where he almost put that chin back up, and then you see him catch himself, bring it back down, and then he go back and talk to Derek. Derek, blah, 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 blah. I know that was already discussed because he wouldn't do it again. See, and that's what I'm saying. And that's that relationship you got to have with your trainer. And I don't think Deontay Wilder got that. And I just gotta call it like I see it. I don't, I'm a big Wilder fan, and of course, but I just gotta say, man, I don't like what I'm seeing, and I'm hoping to see something better this week, because what I'm seeing up to this point, you put that shit in the trash. I ain't endorsing that shit at all, and I don't want to hear shit about nothing. I don't want to see no videos. I don't want nobody talk to me about this, that, the third. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want you to go out there and whoop somebody's motherfucking ass. I don't want to hear nothing about this shit. I don't care nothing about none of that. My family's okay. I'm good. I ain't gotta do this. Congratulations. I'm a
He's
boxing fan.
Zang.
and that ain't he better not sleep.
Zelly Zang.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
bro.
a big
I
boy, man.
It don't look good for Wilder. It don't look good, bro. It don't look. See, that's another one. That's another one. Let's just come on, bro. Then let's bring out the statistics. Let's bring out the statistics.
Uh-oh.
Wilder in his last 5 fights is 1-3-1. It doesn't look good, bro. It doesn't look good.
I don't like the way he seized up in that Parker fight, man.
So,
I was going crazy. My wife had to come in and get me. I was, man, I swear to God, man, I was screaming at the TV. I was, man, what is you doing?
this is what I'm leading up to. He got beat by Parker. He beat what's the dude named Helenius, whatever.
Yeah, Linus something. Yeah, and he beat him too fast. And I said it when it happened. I said that was too quick. We didn't get to see nothing from him.
He beat that guy.
Yeah.
And then the rest, he got ragdolled by motherfucking Fury. So that, and you got 2 losses to Fury, 1 draw to Fury, 1 win to Helenius, and a loss to Parker out of your last 5 fights.
Yeah.
I think, and listen to this. I had this much faith for Wilder until they said Jared Anderson is next. When they said that Jared Anderson is next, I said, listen here, bro. I'll salute the Mo Boxing in the building.
Yeah, Mo Boxing, salute, bro.
When I heard that, bro, I say, man, it's over. He's not even going to make it.
Yeah, it don't look good, man. It don't look good at all. And it pained me to say so because, like I say, but I got called like, if I was to see him, I would tell him to his face, bro, this shit ain't right, man. It ain't right, man. It's not. I mean, I seen this guy seize up when Park. See, Fury told him, man, just jump on him. And when he jumped on him, you see Wilder. You can see that. And then he's leaning. He's doing the same thing that Ryan did. He's backing up, putting his chin in the air. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you doing? You know he coming with that overhand, right? What you're supposed to do is buckle down, shoot that left jab, and bring that damn right hand that air don't nobody want. And he gonna back the hell up. He ain't gonna come in there. If he run into that, he a crazy. And that's something that he used to do when he had Mark Breland. Mark Breland had a beautiful 1-2 when he had Mark Breland. He let that go. I don't know why you leave that go. That was your money shot. Shit, that was Mark Breland's money shot. Why would you? I mean, that's one thing that he had that he worked that was beautiful. He catch you with that boot, that 1-2 right there, man. I don't know.
I agree.
But that hurt my feelings, man. He let that dude jump in there. Then when the dude catch him, man, he laying all up on the ropes, and I'm like, man, I can't even take this no more, man.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna watch cartoons.
I mean, it's bad because, like, I heard you say something earlier, like, the eye of the tiger, like Deontay Wilder, he ain't had that. And then I watched him on Instagram the other day, and he was talking. It's just like he's just so calm.
Yeah.
So calm. He's like, that's the money talking.
Yeah. Well, like Marvin Hagler said, it's hard to get up and train when you're sleeping in sack sheets, and you can kind of see it. But just like my man LeVar Cooper just said, some blame needs to go to Malik. I haven't seen that much improvement from Wilder, and that's exactly my point. That's why I don't think he's the best guy for Wilder.
What can Malik show him? A guy who Wilder beat up himself. How do I go get a guy that I beat up to train me?
I just it lends to what we've been hearing all this time about how, certain people can't tell him certain things. And even Mark Breland has said that. Maybe to some degree we owe Mark Breland an apology for that. Because, Mark used to be kind of a little docile in the corner a little bit. And soft spoken, and and we used to say he needed a guy a little bit more fire and brimstone, and he do need that. He do need that. And whether he know it or not, I don't know. But if I ever saw him, I'll be more than happy to let him know. Look, bro, you gotta do something with that. We've been watching fighting too damn long. If you can't listen to me, then that's just on you, bro. You just gonna go back out there and do that same shit again. But I need to see something new. How can you let people laugh and ridicule you for how many years it's been, and you don't go out there and show everybody? I'm gonna show the world. I'm gonna go out here and crush. I'm gonna step on them. You go out there, motherfucker, and you season up. Man, get the hell away from me with that. I don't want to hear no talking. I don't want to see shit. I don't care about no cars or houses, how the family doing. Everybody fine. I already know y'all fine. That's why I ain't worried about it. Not that I don't care. I just know that's fine. I know that already. What we gonna do about these bums out here talking all this trash, man? What we gonna do about these guys out here, man? We say you the best heavyweight that was out there. What you gonna do? We out here, we battling everybody else on YouTube, streets, everywhere out here talking mad trash representing. And then you go out there and that's what you give us. I don't care if you lose, bro. But go for it. Go for it. I respect it. If you're going for it, man, ain't no harm. I'm gonna keep riding for you. And that's how it should be. I'm not gonna sit here and co-sign this old shit you going in and you freezing up and shit. Man, go bake some cookies. This is boxing, man. It's time to go out here, man.
Wait, LeVar got a good point, man. Wilder did abandon the jab. Listen to this. I believe that the jab, when Wilder abandoned the jab, fucking with Fury. Mm-hmm. Fucking with Fury. Mm-hmm. And they came in with the wrong game plan twice. The fight number one, that was cool. I was able fight number one. I was able to live with that. He had Mark Breland in his corner. I mean, I agree. The count was a little bit extended for Fury, but hey, I was cool with the draw. When he brought Malik Scott in fight 2 and then fight 3, I have not seen any improvements. We seen what up, Bruce Gas, my man, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz. What's good, bro?
Indeed.
Salute. But when we brought Malik Scott in, bro, it's not been. First was fight 2. He came in 230 some pounds, heavy. A man got so tired by the fifth round, he couldn't even jab no more. So I don't know, bro. And I hate to say this, man, but I see the same thing. Maybe with my man Earl too, because Earl made some comments on Twitter about a month ago, 2 months ago. It didn't stand well with me. It's like he lost that eye of the tiger. He was saying that, and my parents are straight. I don't ever have to box again. When you start making comments like that and you're making them publicly, I can understand if you're talking to your homeboy. Are you talking to somebody in your immediate circle? And you're like, man, you know what? I really don't have to do this though, but I am doing.
Good point. That's a good point.
But when you bring this out publicly to the people, and then he just sit up here and says something like, well, this might be my last fight right here, bro. It's like, man, yeah.
It's all that negative feedback from that fight that's got to them because they listening to too much social media, listening to a lot of people talking, and it's beating them like, man, maybe this is. You remember when Teofimo Lopez was in the ring, told his father, do I still have it? You see, once you get into that fighter's head, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, buddy.
And then also too is, I hate to say it though, but a lot of people can't. It just shows that people can't deal with losses. That's another thing. People can't. It's cool. It's cool. You can hee and ha when you win it. But to me, in my eyes, a true champion or a true warrior is a man that gets knocked down and gets back up and continues that mission and succeeds that mission. Yeah. Not a guy who ain't never had to go over them obstacles and hurdles. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then And it showed me a lot. Like, man, you guys ain't never really had that eye of the tiger. Y'all, what it was, y'all bark was bigger than y'all bite, and a lot of people was going off y'all bark.
And they got their card pulled, see.
Until you got your car pulled, you feel what I'm saying? And now you got your car pulled, you niggas don't even want to bite. And I wanted, not to get off a little bit outside. I wanted to is maybe to break up too with Derrick James and Earl Spence, because Derrick said, if he should be fighting anybody, he should be fighting Bud. But I understand the business part, because I understand PBC want to put the money. When I want to put the money behind them, if it ain't no title, because hey, we didn't do what we thought we was gonna do the first time, but we made way. Without no titles, people probably ain't gonna want to come watch. But we can build this up right here. Earl, since you signed to us, we gonna put you the top runner to get these belts. We don't give a fuck what Bud do, because he ain't signed to us. But what we gonna do is we gonna put you in position to get this WBC and this WBA belt. Now Bud is in a position, he fighting for a vacant belt himself, get the WBO. Now you spin the corner, Bud win, Earl win. Now we can have part 2. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
But without no titles, without no, and see, you got 3 titles on the line, so that really makes sense. But without no titles or 1 title on the line, it don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, and it just might be for Undisputed again, and it's already going to be astronomical, because all the people who don't like Earl is going to be anxious to buy it, because they already think Bud got it in the bag. And then they have the rematch at that time, if it gets to that. But I don't know, man. You gotta get past Fundora. but
listen to this. I'm not big on Fundora. I'm not big on it, because technically, bro, I believe Tim Tszyu washes him without that cut. I think Tim. Yeah. I think he washes him without that. I think he do. I mean, okay.
He was doing good. I mean, that's for sure.
Hold on.
It was a good fight. It was a good damn fight.
Okay, let's go. Let's go back to that. Besides the win over damn, my boy, what's my guy name down in Florida?
Talking about for Fundora?
Yeah, Lubin. Besides Lubin, who has Fundora beat up on for real?
I couldn't believe he beat up on him that fight. We talked about that before.
Hey, listen.
I couldn't believe that.
We'll be bringing up some old shit if we started talking about that fight. I still do not agree. It was shit in that fight that I still do not agree with, bro. That man never took his gloves off until he got in the locker room.
Because he had some serious punching power, and
that's what fucked me up, because Dora don't hit like that. He wasn't cracking like that, and he had Eric Lubison fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was because of Eric Lubison's fault himself, because he did the opposite of what Kevin Cunningham told him. Kevin Cunningham told him to get inside, hit him with the 1, 2, 3, spin him, and get back out of there. Do it back again. He stayed in the pocket and wanted to exchange with Fundora, knowing that Fundora's fight.
Ego. Yeah, that ego. Sucking him in, man. He sucking him in. You gotta stay focused, and that the mental state of a fighter is everything in that fight. If you jump off that, then what they say, fighting is how many percent physical, how much percent mental? That mental it outweighs it all. Because if you lose your mental space of where you at and placement, and especially of your game plan, and you veer off that, you in no man's land. But that was true, and I remember basically saying that. That's what I said. I said, you know what? Damn, bro, you got a point.
Yeah.
Definitely got a point on that. And but I want to see it. But the thing that scares me about him is him working his range now. Yeah, because if he work his range,
That's
damn, what you
that's
gonna do with him?
that's what he did do against that's what he did do against him during his last fight. He did work his range. That was the first time I ever seen him work his range.
He get that down, man. I don't think nobody beating him. Cause you ain't be able to touch him. He all the way over there in the ring.
But that's that's real funny too because I thought they said they was gonna have the Tim Zoo and Fedor rematch. But then here it is, Tim Zoo gone
He's
and he fighting on Bud card.
fighting Virgil Ortiz. Ain't that something?
Like
What about that fight?
I'm a ooh, and listen to this. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Virgil Ortiz
No,
because he's. I mean, now I mean, I used to give Virgil Ortiz the benefit of the doubt, but after him postponing them his last 3-4 fights, he had to postpone.
oh yeah, with Stenonius, yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
um,
yeah.
then his last fight, that was a gimme, bro. That I mean, that right there, he ain't showed me nothing. So, where has RT showed us in the last 4 years to say he can get in there with Tim Zoo? Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim Zoo been active.
I tell
He
you
fought
one thing.
all three
I'm
times last year, I believe.
Yeah, I'm starting to keep my eyes on old Tim Zoo, man. When he first came in, I'm like, man, ooh, Tim Kazoo, man. He but shit, man. He put some fights together, man. I gotta say, I got big respect for him, man. I think that the guy gonna be a problem, man. That's gonna be a damn good fight. We will get some answers answered one way or another from both of these guys in this fight, you know. But Virgil Ortiz, I'm hoping that he do well. You know, he a Texas guy, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little partial to the Texas boy. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. But I just felt like he was. I think it was kind of revealed that he was cutting his weight too much, man. He's coming down too far. He need to fight.
You ain't gonna you ain't put the rest of it on there.
He ain't put the rest of.
You ain't put the rest of it on there.
Uh oh. I gotta let you put it on there, then, man.
But it was rumored that maybe Ortiz might have been on PEDs, bro. Cause
Oh
he's
man.
not as strong as he's not as strong as he was before. It's just there's a lot of shit going on with Ortiz.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true, man. Because most of the stuff we've been hearing about him for the last few years has been outside of boxing. He gotta, he gotta keep that going. I mean, he got a hell of a, I mean, and when he gets in the ring with people, he does things, but at what level? We having a hard time placing him because of that. But a fight like this right here gonna answer if he don't pull out, because we gotta worry about that because it always seems to happen. I mean, once you get close, all of a sudden my thumbnail, I broke my thumb, something, or my fingernail or whatever, So hopefully he'll make it to the fight and we'll get it.
Var, you got a good point. I'm not sure. He said that Tim Zoo takes some step aside on him.
Hmm.
I, I, they announced the Tim Zoo fight before they announced it. The
The
Fendor.
Earl and Fundora. Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's kind of tricky, bro. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
tricky. I think maybe Tim Zoo just said, "Hey,
Yeah. I
go
think
another,
that like
I'm
you
gonna go
said,
another round, and then
that's
we can swing this dough back again, maybe."
uh-huh. I think that's some PBC home cooking, like you said, though, because
It's
uh he,
really,
he in there, so they all got together and agreed. But you fight him, you fight him, you fight this one. You know
they,
what I'm saying? And
they
then
did it.
and Sue is a game fighter. He'll fight anybody. I do believe that about him, and I do like that about him. He'll fight anybody. So I look anytime he fighting, I will be watching. That's the show.
Listen, they did an interview with Leonard Ellerby, and they asked Leonard, well, what's going on? He was like, well, Earl Spence got relationships with Al Haymon. When he sit up there and said that, they was like, well, what about Bud? He was like, well, Bud is Bud, but Bud don't. He's not with us. I'm like, you know what? They doing everything they can to put Earl back in position to get them belts. You feel me?
Yeah, but it's only right because
Yeah.
you know,
Because
yeah, they got a vested interest in each other.
who else
Mhm.
besides? Okay, they got what? Mel at 54, and they got Spencer 54.
Fundora, Zoo, uh,
Brenda.
shoot, hell, it was Lupin went up now though. He got 169, ain't
See, that's what I'm saying. I think Lubin he pity patting.
he? Yeah.
He going
And,
back.
and then what's Jamel going to do now? But that's interesting. If Earl win, Bud win, and Jamel,
I think Mel need to go up to 60.
he need to go up there and fight Lubin for one of them belts. That'd be a hell of a fight.
But Lubin ain't got a belt.
Oh, they should have had no problem getting one.
Laura do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn,
But
you're
see,
right.
but see, do you get that fight when Ronnie Shields? Well, that's different because that's Mel, not Maul. So it's different because Ronnie Shields. But damn, listen to this. Mel ain't with Derrick James no more, they say. So
He's supposed to be with Guzman as well. He's supposed to be with him too. That's the rumor. That's the rumor. So I don't understand. I don't know, man. I feel like I guess that's okay, but I just don't think that his pedigree is as good as Ronnie Shields, man. I don't think you drop a Ronnie Shields for Juan Guzman. Not that Juan Guzman ain't good or nothing like that. Or I don't have no respect, but I mean, this is what Ronnie Shields does.
Says Ronnie Shields takes Mel back after all these years.
Yeah. That is a good point because they definitely had some kind of and then you left like that, and yeah, and that's what he said about F.L. Jogma, no loyalty, and that's big to them guys, because if I invest time in you and I've helped build you and get you somewhere like that, it should be some of this like that, because I got a vested interest in you, you got one in me, and that should ride till the wheels fall off, and but just like that whole thing with Earl and his money and him deal they had. But what do you also figure in the fact that he brung Ryan to him? Does Earl get a cut of that money? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you've been compensated one way or another because you just got another big paycheck the other day because I brung a fighter to you. So you gonna hold me to the one something, and you probably, and he talking about, well, I paid him more than that. Well, damn, you pay him good like that too. Well, let's go to court, talk about it. Well, where my cut of this? I don't get a finder's fee.
Man,
last time I seen you, Ryan, you was in here with Goosen. And I don't think much of Goosen. Beside the Roellis brothers shoot, what's his name back in the day, man, with the box Philly, Mike, jeez, man, he's a pretty good damn fighter though. Michael Nunn. Other than that, I don't really see them guys doing great work as far as training fighters, man.
Earl said Virgil is all he has. Andy Garcia is out there about Huff Twins versus Danny. Hey, Danny was rumored to have been fighting at 160 against Laura before.
Oh man, yeah, that was the talk. I think that is coming up. I think that is going to be a thing.
That was the talks for the WBA title, but I don't know, man. I think Danny been. His last fight, he said he went through a lot of depression and mental health shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So been on the back burner, but I did listen to an interview the other day, and then he tried to sign Jahel Hackett. So at least I know he must got his promotion company going on. feel
Okay, that's good, man. I think that's a good thing for him, man. You know, because he's getting close to the end of his actual fighting, but he can't get out the game. The game gonna be in him for life, man. So he got to make that next move, and then yeah, I like that, man. But I gotta say, man, I think I like Danny in that Laura fight, man. Laura getting up there. I think at this point now, if Danny's mind is somewhere in okay, and he kind of recovering from whatever mental thing he was going through, it could be a problem. It could be a problem.
Laura's last couple fights, he got knockouts. He been
Yeah,
sitting down on his punches at 160.
yeah, he have. But I just I like Danny though. Danny, good fighter.
Say the same Laura at 147.
Yeah, that's true. But hell, it would be a hell of a matchup to see, and that's a good damn fight, man. Some of these fight cards is looking pretty regular, pretty stacked, man. I like that. They getting back to the days what Don King used to do. He stacked them cards up, Jack. Shoot, he gonna get your money.
Speaking of Don King, Adrian Broner, Blair the Flair Cobb,
Hmm.
June 7th.
Yeah. Yeah, we was talking about. I mentioned that a little earlier, man. I'm not really. I don't know where to land on it because Cobb. I'm a little bit. He okay, but I can't really rank him. And AB, I feel like AB put more into this, so I expect to see him a little better. So if he's better and more of the AB that we know, he should dog walk his ass.
Broner
But
left Kevin Cunningham on this fight.
who we got? Who we training now?
Yeah, he went to Calvin Ford and
Oh, okay.
the other guy that trained Tank Kenny. It was his name Kenny Ellis.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean they pretty good, so that ain't bad.
Yeah, he went to training camp with Tank.
Yeah,
Tank fight
yeah,
fight after
him
him.
and Tank back like this now.
Yeah.
Last time that wasn't a good thing. So
No, but I believe Tank seen everybody turn their back on Broner.
yeah. And that's good. That's good on him to go back and get with his bro, man, because he could have trashed him. So I give him kudos for that. I get him for that. I definitely that's what's up. Because they was a lot of people was running away from the cat and stuff, and then Broner had did those couple videos where he was talking out his head and drunk or whatever, and then for him not to just to pull him up out of that, I think that's that right there. Now I gotta respect him on that.
That was dope. That was real.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, that was good because normally, especially with Floyd around, I don't know what that deal with him. I think him and Floyd just be doing that stuff just to do it. They ain't never had no beef. It's all a damn a cat and mouse game they playing. They Tom and Jerry on everybody.
So they trolling everybody.
Yeah, because soon as the fight pop off, he gonna be right out there. Look at the left hand, he's shooting up with the right. He gonna be right there on the sideline. So we'll see how that go, man. But yeah, I'm glad for that though. Now I want to see AB do something, man. He need to get his money back up before he step out the game.
Yeah.
And he should go into promotion because he got the personality to pull it off too.
Yeah, I think he got the personality, so I think Broner just need to control his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of the things that he say out of his mouth.
Yeah, that discipline, man.
If he could control some of the things that he say out of his mouth, he'd be a good commentator.
Yeah, that's true.
But he got to be able to control what comes out of his mouth when it comes out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shit, we got fights lined up. We got
it's on.
We got Shakur fighting in July.
Yep.
We got the Shakur. We got Keyshawn back in the ring. We got O'Shea Foster defending his title on that card.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad for O'Shea too, man. His story is something else coming from where he did to where he at now, man.
Yeah,
that is awesome, man.
Oh,
I'm hoping to run into him at the gym out here too.
Shout out to Brian Norman too, man, for the win he got.
Oh man, yes. How I forget that? How I forget that one there, man.
Shout out to Brian
Oh,
man for the win he got the other day, a couple weeks ago.
ooh,
That was
man.
that was a nice fight, man.
Yeah,
And
he
he was the
really,
underdog. He pulled it out, man.
yeah. And old boy he was fighting was a comer, man. He was out there trying to get it. And he had the feeling that he was going down, but he tried to fight through it and turn the table, but he just couldn't do it, you
Yeah,
know. And that was a big win for him, man. It showed a lot, man. And that nobody really thought that he had a shot to win it. Most of the crowd was against him, but he distinguished himself and got that win, man. And that's what it's all about, man. Because people, they wanted to throw him in the trash when he walked in the ring. Then he walked
right.
out, and then you had
Even
people,
the
people,
commentary, even the
yeah,
commentary,
yeah,
they had him lose. They had him up under the motherfucking up under the ring.
yeah, yeah, they did. And even when he went and walked and coming out the ring, man, people booing him. How you gonna boo the man winning a fight like that, man? You can't boo. I mean, anybody win a fight like that, man. Damn, I would have hated to do that for Bud, even though Bud beat my boy. I can't forgive Bud for that though. But he got my boy, man. He got my boy. That thing. I just, I got to get the get back, man. I don't know how they let it go. I don't know how you let it go, man. I just don't get it. And I think that's what Earl's struggling with right now. He need that. Really, he should have came back and took a little tune up from somebody and got, and kind of worked all that out and get his mental right and, get fresh and get back in the win column and move forward. But him, he said he don't want no tune up. So, you know, he's staying on that. So, hey, can't fault him. But, some of that stuff, man, you got to be sensible about too because longevity in the game is what you should be really shooting for. Being able to be there because you don't want to go out there and just be winging it with somebody and just blah 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 like that right there. That's gonna shorten your shelf life right there. You know, it's hit and not get hit. Not hit and hit some more and get hit and hit. No, that's not what you want. if he hit you, you hit me. That ain't working.
This is gonna be real interesting, man. 'Cause I really want to see who Earl training with.
Yeah,
This is gonna be
yeah,
real interesting.
yeah.
I mean, for him coming off the loss like this, and I yeah, a part of me asks is like, is Earl blaming Derrick James for the loss?
I don't.
Cause it's
I
like,
don't know.
um, because a lot of people say, well, damn, man, when the fight first happened, a lot of people say, damn, Derrick James, dirty motherfucker. I say, damn, how he dirty? They said, man,
Yeah.
he let Earl get beat up like that. And I said, well, did this? His father was right there in the corner.
Mhm.
So I know that Derek and his father is talking throughout throughout the fight and throughout the corner, like, hey, did this. What you think, man? You think I should put a plug yet? And I
Yeah.
know his father, like, man, well, he still got he one punch away. You know what I mean? He one
Yeah.
punch, he that lucky punch could still happen. And I know they probably asked Earl, like, and Earl, you know,
He ain't gonna never admit.
being the warrior that he is, like, you know what I mean? Nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
He put me down, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought to blame him, but but like you say, as far as throwing the towel in, but his father could have just stepped there and say, "Look, man, that's enough." You
And,
got to respect at that point.
and I thought that's probably what was going on. Like, that's why Derek ain't stopped the fight. Because maybe his father, like, man, he good.
Yeah.
He good. Maybe he can get that one punch off.
But see, that's the
But
same thing he was doing that Jamel did that first fight with Castano. He wasn't listening to the direction. He was telling him to do certain things. He wasn't listening. And see, and that's why I was saying earlier about why the rematches are so important because the second fight was different than the first fight. And the thing is, the changes that you made. I mean, everything in boxing is a counter to everything anybody does, man. It's just being up on what it is, preparing for it, and reacting to it at the right moment to turn the table on that person and turn it from a strength to a deficit. And if you can do that, you can do it consistently. The guy that's coming at you, like Wilder with the right hand, he throwing it. 6 round, he throw it. It ain't coming like it was in the first round. He ain't got the confidence in it like he did in the beginning no more. You didn't took it away from him. And once you did that, you made him another fighter. And now you can do with whatever is left of him. And if you better overall than him than that, hey man, ain't nothing he can do about that. He got to take that L, go home, tell his mom.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's something else, man. But yeah, that's interesting, man. But it's a whole mess going on in boxing, man. I've been bottled up for the longest, man. I like shoot, I gotta get on here and say something, man. I'm about to erupt. I'm sitting here talking to the wall. Look here, man. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, but I'm glad we was able to get on here and chop it up, man. And like I said, I wanna do, at least do this once a week, man, and keep it going and build from there, as fitting it in and stuff like that, man. But man, and there's so much to talk about right now. And that's the thing I like about boxing right now. It is getting up, man. And I gotta say, my mind kind of changing on Eddie Hearn a little bit too, man. I think Eddie Hearn's probably the best promoter in boxing right now. I got to give it to him, man, because he opened that thing up, and that's all he really needed to do in the beginning. You
Hey,
know?
see, listen to this. A lot of people talk shit about Eddie, right?
Mm-hmm.
At first, what's making Eddie so good is the people who he dealing with. They don't give a fuck about the money
Yeah.
because we seen Eddie Hearn have $1 billion and pay fighters money they shouldn't be paid.
Mm-hmm.
But as the fans' point of view, we seen fights that we probably wouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
He's making the fight. So for the fans, Eddie Hearn is thumbs up.
Yeah.
On the business side, maybe people like, but hey, I'm not dealing with them on the business side, and right, I'm a fan, so
Yeah.
hey,
And then the fact that Showtime gets out, you
okay,
know,
yeah, and
man.
he just signed Jahel Hackett.
I
He
mean,
signed
he built that roster up now, man.
Richard Henson. It just
Man, and he got Boots now.
yeah.
Yeah, Regis Prograde. I mean, the roster starting to thicken up, man. It ain't all Cheeseman and Eggington and Cheeseman out there.
And we know Devin has made some of his best money dealing with Eddie.
And Eddie been pretty loyal to him too. Even after this loss, he was like, I still roll with him, 6, 7 times a week, and twice on Sunday. I was like, damn, man. So hey, man, I gotta say, but they realize now where they messed up in the beginning, because they could have been in this position from the start, man, and that would have just changed boxing a long time ago. Because I didn't think Showtime was going nowhere. We ain't had no income. I mean, I still didn't believe. People say, yeah, this is gonna be it for Showtime. I'm like, well, for what? See, every time y'all have something, I'm watching it. But what's the problem is,
Hey, that's funny that you say that because I was listening to Charles Barkley talk because they threw a TNT and he was
Oh
just
yeah,
talking. He was like, man, he been there for. I think Barkley said he been there the last 26 years.
man.
And I'm like, damn. And he was just like, Barkley, he's cool, but he was like, man, what about my coworkers? The video guys, sound
Yeah.
check guys, like them people, like. And he was talking shit. He was like, man, there's no way in the hell TNT let NBC outbid them on that, man.
And that's something.
But yeah, fans was talking shit. They told Charles like, well, you know what, Charles, you got your own production company. Won't you just hire the whole crew yourself?
Yeah. Spend some of that big money. Make that big man move. Yeah, that's it, man. Shoot, that's the way to do it. Oh, hey, hold on a second, bro. I gotta take a break for a second. Give me a couple minutes.
Any questions? Anybody in the chat? Feel free. Anybody in the chat got any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Chop it up. You can go to my channel, Basement Boxing Talk, and follow, subscribe to the channel. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and yeah, I'll be up here chopping it with my man Black Star, man. You muted, bro. We can't hear you.
Okay, there I go. Yeah, I had to get my bifocals trying to look smart. Yeah, man. Oh shoot, let me tell you. Yeah, because it's a lot going on in boxing, man. I tell you, a whole bunch of big fights, and this week, man, all the one that I'm still hurt by, man, is that Better BF versus Bivol, man. God, man, I'm hurt about that. We was waiting on that for how long? How long? Man, we was waiting on that, man. Gosh, man.
What happened?
Yeah, Bivol. I mean, Better BF had to pull out. He got
Why?
injured. He got injured or something. Yeah, yeah,
That was on
yeah,
that 5-on-5 card too, wasn't it?
yeah. That was this week coming up. Yeah, that was right there. Same was Wilder, man. That made that card. So, oh man, that was like the crown and jewel of that whole card to me. That's the
Yeah.
main one. We've been waiting on that for a long time, man. And Bill, he's a guy that should have had undisputed at 175 a long time ago, man. They kept that man from doing that, punishing him for beating Canelo, man. What kind of stuff is that? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. That was real political. That was political.
Yeah,
They was
yeah.
they was they was saying that his country wouldn't let him fight or whatever. Yeah, that was real political. I gotta stay out of that one. I don't believe Bill was scared. I believe Bill wanted to fight. It was just too political.
Oh yeah. Bill will definitely won. Bill will want that smoke, boy. I just still can't understand for the life of me why Canelo don't want no more smoke. He just perfectly fine walking away talking about nobody can beat this Canelo, but you ain't getting in the ring with that guy that embarrassed you. Come on, man.
Because listen. That was a fight that goes on Canelo record and it's overlooked. Because at the end of the day, people when history is written, they're gonna say, well, Canelo, he tried because listen to this. Canelo knows what he's doing. You go down Canelo's resume, he's fighting guys that we know he shouldn't fight, like the John Riders and a few other guys he didn't fought. He didn't fought them guys, but them guys look good on his resume because them guys never had losses. Canelo was their first loss. So when we look at when a history book is written, and 20 years from now, when they go back and turn the pages, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, Canelo fought all these undefeated fighters and he won. Then they're gonna be like, well, he looked up and well, he was at 60, he's at 50, he was at 54. He dribbled down to 47 a little bit. He moved up to 60. Then he moved up to 68. He became undisputed at 68. Then he tried his hand at 75. Was unsuccessful. Went back down to 68 and continued doing what the fuck he do.
Yeah.
Man, listen, when you fight Canelo, he's only gonna fight you when he thinks he has an advantage somewhere, somehow. Tim Tszyu with what's him called Bivol, I believe he thought he might was quicker, faster than Bivol, and maybe Bivol wouldn't be able to hold his power. Bivol proved that all wrong.
Yeah.
Proved that all wrong. He stood in there like George Foreman, high guard up.
And he wasn't scared to punch you.
Right. And he wasn't scared to punch back.
Yeah.
That man showed his forearms after the fight. They was bruised. Because that motherfucker kept that high guard the whole fucking night.
Yeah. And he broke Canelo down to where Canelo changed his whole style. He wasn't coming for it no more. He's standing there leaning on the ropes doing this.
After the 5th round, Canelo was frustrated. He turned red.
Yeah. The Irish came out in
Hurl say, base me your thoughts about Mexican Monster fighting at 175. You think he can get undisputed? Hey, listen to this, bro. I fuck with the Mexican Monster, right?
Facts.
But man, Beterbiev, man.
That's the only question for me.
Hey, listen to this. Hey, listen to this. I don't have Bivol beating me. I got Bivol getting knocked out, bro.
By David Benavidez.
Yeah. No. About goddamn it, Beterbiev. But what's the name? The one Bivol was supposed to fight, man.
Yeah, Beterbiev. Yeah.
Yeah, Beterbiev.
Yeah.
I got Beterbiev beating motherfucking Bivol. So against the Mexican Monster, Benavidez, I don't think it looked good for Benavidez, man. Because we just seen Benavidez been dropped.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking nothing against Benavidez. I just think that against Benavidez, the terminology that they use, too light in the ass. I don't think. I think that's a young boy dealing with a grown man right there, man. Because man, Beterbiev is he's hitting, man. God damn, bro.
Yeah, everybody he fight, he knock him out. Everybody go to sleep. I think that's the pound for pound number one in my opinion. I don't see nobody beating him. But I do say this when I think about the David Benavidez though, his quickness and everything. And then we got to see him at 175 too, because we know he's a big guy. So if he put that weight on, he can carry it. How will it affect him? Will it give him more power? I don't know. But them hands is quick enough to where it make it interesting. But
yeah,
what he gonna do when he get hit?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I would prefer Benavidez to take on a couple fights at 75 and maybe, get used to some of the punching power up there.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I fear. That's the only thing I fear.
Mm-hmm. Now this Vostok fight is a good step in the right direction, though. It's a step in there. So he get Vostok. Hell, he liable to. He might even get fucking Bivol. And if he beat Bivol, there's no way Canelo can turn that fight now because the whole the whole Mexican fan base is gonna be like, nah, man, you gotta fight him, dude.
But see,
It's gonna be
this is the thing. This is the thing. If I'm Benavidez, it's fuck Canelo.
exactly,
I don't even want to fight him
exactly.
because now I done came out of where I was, which was my comfort zone, 68.
Mm-hmm.
So since I couldn't get the fucking fight at 68, I had to move up and start fighting some guys at 75. I'm not coming back down to fight you at 68.
Mm-hmm.
And the fight really made the best sense at 68 for me because all these years I done had the WBC title from twice and had it stripped from me.
Never lost it though.
Right,
Never
never
lost
lost. Had it
and
stripped.
that's why I was saying before, Canelo cannot be undisputed until he fight David Benavidez because David Benavidez won 68 and he ain't never lost that title. And you wait until he jumped off the scale and they came up with a quick fight so you can get the belt and run before he could get over there. I mean, they helped him out with that, and it looked bad, man. And no matter how he sliced it, what happened happened. And the insiders that know ain't gonna let you forget it.
Right.
Because man, he's supposed to fight him, man. And the way that they let him take the 68 and just keep everybody out who've been working and working, it's shameful. Boxing should not allow that. He should have to run that gauntlet and fight them guys. Now, if you're gonna take it and say, okay, well, I'm gonna drop the belts now after I got undisputed, which Canelo can do, then you okay doing what you do. But you shouldn't be allowed to clog it up and keep these guys from being able to do that. You got guys getting up to 68 just to challenge you. But you're not looking for that. You're gonna fight the guy down 2 divisions over here, 1 division. Oh, well, let me get Terrence Crawford. He's 3 down here.
Yes, to have the advantage.
Yeah, and hold the 68, but you ain't fighting nobody at 68. That ain't supposed to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? He want to pull you either down in weight or make you jump up in weight.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This shit ain't making no sense, man.
None whatsoever. And it's been going too long, man. And they letting that dude carry them belts too long. And he don't really need them, you know. And he's making all the money, but he's stuck in a spot where he's like he's up here and all other fighters are down here. And that should never be right, man. Because nobody's above the sport of boxing. Because you gotta, no matter how much you get from the sport, you gotta always be giving back to it to keep it going and moving forward. That's why he should fight David Benavidez, because you on your way out, David is on his way up. Pass the torch. That's the next in the great line of Mexican champions. Pass it on up.
He can't listen. That loss, just the thought of that loss on his record,
crush.
It crushes everything he done. See, it does.
Man, think about that.
Listen to this. Everybody Canelo fought was past their time. Besides, even Floyd was past his time. But listen, that gets swept up under the rug because that was Floyd Mayweather. Canelo was too young. The next loss is Bivol. Oh, he moved up in weight. Yeah. He was daring to be great.
One weight class.
It gets swept up under the rug.
And even better, that also go back to the Crusher Kovalev fight and tell me you could take Crusher Kovalev punches, but you can't take Bivol's. And you know my thoughts on that Kovalev fight.
Listen, I don't even want to go there because it's been videos put out about that, bro.
Yeah, man. Man. So, I never understood that.
So what we was thinking, I believe, is official. What we was assuming.
Yeah.
we saw.
I was like, what's wrong with Kovalev, man? He doing this. I just seen you try to kill old boy from the UK. Shoot, what's that? Damn, he pretty good fighter though. Damn, who was the dude, man? The black guy from the UK. He had the cornrows in his head. Ah, man, because he fought him 6 weeks before Canelo fought him.
Mm-hmm.
And Canelo was trying to get the fight. And he wouldn't leave and paid him $12 million for the fight. Why you willing to give him 12 million, but you won't give these other guys that type of bread?
Right.
Come on, man. You put a little extra cheese on there for a reason. Because that jab was worth 12 million. I can see that. And then that 11th round left hook. Come on, man. Come on. Canelo do not punch that hard. I'm sorry. Hey, I ain't no Canelo hater like that though. But come on, man. I always said from that when I saw that fight, you can bear witness to that. I always said, nah, it's some fugazi shit popping off here. This don't make no sense, man. LeVar said, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on Christian and Billy? He's going to be a problem. I gotta see some more of him, man. I haven't had a chance to see much of him so far, so I really can't say right now. Just matter of fact, I just picked up on hearing about him about a week or so ago, so I gotta look into him some. He's new to me. Yeah. See, who this guy here? In order for the Mexican Mafia to fight Arthur, PBC will have to work with Top Rank. You think that's possible?
Yeah.
Ooh, man. I mean, if Better Be want to make some money, because he ain't got a lot of cats that's trying to fight him, and everybody he can fight, he done fought.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, with that one, it's either Better Be fight Bivol or you fight Better Be Daz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Harold Trim. That was Anthony Yard. That's who it was that he fought, and Canelo got him a month after that. It was Anthony Yard.
Can't get EJ or Bud. His career is stuck in neutral right now. Well, nah, Boots got a fight coming up. I don't think. Okay, put it like this. Only way I think Boots gets an Earl fight will be at 154. The only way I don't think Boots gets a
Bud fight.
I don't think he gets a Bud fight, period.
No.
I'm gonna tell you this because I can only see this. I can only see Bud fighting two people. After this fight, I can only see him fighting two people. Either he gets the rematch with Earl Spence, if Earl can get the belts for Fedor, and if Bud can get that belt, or he get the fight with Canelo. Them the only two fights that may even make sense for Bud. Because Bud on his way out the door. He turned 37 in September, bro.
Yeah. He trying to get that paper and he out. And I can't fault him for that.
Right.
And
right.
Shoot, man. Dang. That's not bad, man. But I'm hoping that works out to where you get EJ and they get that rematch though. But like you say, Canelo can step in there and disrupt all that. You
feel me?
Yeah, but
and the Saudi already said
they put that money up.
He'll put the money up for Canelo and Crawford.
Man,
the fight somewhere like December, January.
Man, I wonder how that fight would go. Because my thing is, if Earl was hitting him and that was legit and it didn't bother him, I'm like, damn, well maybe he got a shot with Canelo. Not that he can do it, but maybe it's a possibility. But I don't see it, because I don't know, man. I can't see.
You know what? That's the fight that I really, really, really want. I mean, I want Benavidez, but I feel Benavidez beats Canelo.
Yeah.
But I really want Bud because I believe Bud beats Canelo too. I believe Bud beats Canelo. It's just a different fashion in the way Benavidez will beat him. I believe Bud is gonna be more of that Sugar Ray Leonard letting his hands go.
Move a lot.
And in the moments of Canelo trying to cut the ring off or trying to chase him, he getting caught with 3 and 4 pieces.
Yeah. Every time he moves, he set up again. Boom, blah, blah, blah. Move on.
I believe it'll just be one of them nights where we'd be like, man, that was tremendous boxing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we seen it with Floyd when Floyd fought him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, he got the blueprint right there. He got the blueprint right there. So, hey, man.
Floyd kept the jab out there, but he couldn't hit Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't hit Floyd. Now, the difference with Bud is, I don't think Bud's defense is as good as Floyd's, but Bud punching power is different than Floyd's is. So,
yeah.
right. So, so Bud's power
might get that respect.
Right. Well, he might can get that respect from Canelo. And then along with this punching speed too, the power and the speed.
And for movement,
you can't see what you getting popped with. And that shit thumping too. Yeah.
And then the fact that Canelo, he if he keeps his feet moving and he can't plant his feet, he can't get that that torque on that punch.
Exactly.
So you got him arm punching, and you getting your base and you getting off full swing. That kind of, make up a little bit for that. So that make damn, bro, you walked me through a scenario that time.
Yeah,
that's possible.
That's why I want Bud to fight him, because Canelo would think that he got Bud at a disadvantage, but in actuality, the disadvantage plays out for the advantage for Bud.
That's how that Earl fight talked out, and that's almost a precursor, because them guys are similar in styles. Damn, that is something.
Then okay, now you brought the Earl shit back up to go back. Mm-hmm. Another thing too, what I think Crawford threw Earl off on is when Crawford came in southpaw.
He stayed there.
When he came in southpaw, I don't believe Derrick James and Earl them worked on.
Thought he was going to do it, because he'd be like, "Why you going to fight a southpaw? You think he automatically got the advantage, but damn."
That actually handicapped Earl. Along with Earl didn't have no strength and a ton of different things, but Earl was reaching, and that's how he got caught with that shit, because he was reaching.
Yeah,
when he reached, it was like taking a picture. Hit me. You feel me?
That was it, and it was like it looked like nothing. And Earl go down. I'm like, what the hell? I just looked at Ugas hitting him with the damn kitchen sink, and he taking that, and all of a sudden now he can't miss a punch, and he knocking him down.
He hit my man with a snub nose, man.
Yeah.
He hit him with a snub nose, and he went down. You say Spence fan, versus Canelo. Wins out
51-50 for 2 months. Man. Yeah, damn, I don't know, Basement. You kind of talked me in that one a little bit, man. I was kind of doubtful, but I can see where you're going with it, though. It could play out that way, because you got the Bivol too, because Bivol was using movement on him pretty much, and that was his feet was what was killing him.
That's what had him fucked up. That had Canelo turning red.
He was frustrated. Yeah.
I think, listen to this. Well, we fail to realize Canelo is like Pacquiao. He got to set up. Mm-hmm. And if you throw anything that throws that rhythm off, he got to reset.
Exactly.
So
he don't want to go back.
Right. And he don't want to go back. So if you pop at him with the jab and you can hit him, even if you can at least throw it 4 or 5 times and hit him 2 or 3 of them, and then spin and move on him, that Canelo, he frustrated.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah, he lost.
And you faster than him, he can't cut the ring off.
No.
Every time he go to the cut, he getting popped.
Yep. And that's that same frustration that Roberto Duran felt when he fought Sugar Ray that second time. He was like, man, damn this. Shoot. Say LeVar Cooper.
Well, listen to this, LeVar. It ain't 3 weight classes. Because listen to this. If Bud fighting at 54 right now, his next fight in August is 54. It's only gonna be two weight classes. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing. I believe Bud and Bo Mack and them, they already smart enough to know you don't have to come in the fight at 68. All you got to do is be more than 60.
Yeah, you come in at 63, 64.
And that's the problem that I had with Jamel, because I thought Jamel was gonna come in there about 162, rehydrate maybe to 64, and he was gonna go in there and stick and move. He came in there trying to be some brawling nigga, some big brawling nigga. Nigga, you was big and slow.
He was defense first. He wasn't trying to get hurt, but he wasn't trying to hurt nothing either. He's standing there,
bro. And that's what, and then that's what made me think like, well, you did all this just for the check.
And that's what it proved to be, because he dipped out now. He's chilling. Yeah.
What he say? He said Bo Mack said he would never let Bud go above 154, but money talk. Listen to this. I understand what Bo Mack's saying, but listen, like you say, money talks, Harold. And on that note, Bud don't have to come. Listen, man, Bud probably walks around about 170. So he's not spending too much time cutting weight. That training camp right there, we going over everything. This fundamental. This is fundamental time. Fundamental and executions. And we gonna work on endurance. Because we want to take Canelo to the deep waters. That 9th and 10th round, we need to still be firing like the first round.
Ooh. Man. And I don't think Canelo can keep that pace. That was one of the criticisms.
We know that. We know that. We know Canelo take the first 4 rounds off. To try to motherfucker stay in there if he know it's a guy that's going to the deep waters. And if other than that, if he come in there fighting the beginning of the round, we done seen Canelo get tired and had to take 7, 8, 9 off.
Yeah, true.
If Bud can come in there and motherfucker still be firing that 7th, 8th round like he doing the first round, bro, it's donuts. It's donuts.
Yeah, that is very possible. So, man, see, but that's the thing about a lot of fight fans. They don't consider those things when they see matchups. They just see the power and think that that's just all brutal. But when that don't come off and have the effect that is needed for a lengthy period of time, the pendulum swings the other way. We've seen that with Deontay Wilder. Just right hand, nothing, pow. Damn, that ain't supposed to happen.
So this nigga, he's so tired he can't even keep his hands up the block.
Yeah. But I done criticized my boy, but I gotta give him credit in that third fight. That 4th round, he put it on Fury ass, man. He turned that whole table on, and nobody gave him credit for that shit. But he turned he dropped that big. You see that right hand? He hit that motherfucker when he stepped back and shot that motherfucker. He hit him, and that fat in the back rolled all the way down the back of his ass. And that motherfucker hit on the ground. Looked at him like, what the fuck? That man. I said, damn. He dropped, man. That's a motherfucker that weighed 50 pounds more than him. He hit that nigga. Bow. That motherfucker. Bow. Shit. Got up. He came out. Now he got okay. Got to go and dropped his ass again. And that's when I said if you look at Tyson Fury's face after that second one, he had quit. And that's when Sugar Hill got in his ass and picked him up mentally. And he got back in the fight. And once he hit Wilder in that spot, that same spot that's in question from the second fight, Wilder was never the same again after that.
Yeah.
But I gotta give my man props for that, because he turned the tide, and that's what we wanted to see. We wanted that movement. The whole arena had to go because they had shitted on this man. And for him to go back in there and show everybody in the house, I can drop him. And he did it. Man, hey, man, I give him kudos for that. But A lot of cats never really recognized that or broke it down to really talk about that pump, man. But he did do that, man, and they can't take it away from him. But they kept that victory from him because he should have had it in the first fight.
Yeah, he damn sure stand. That was a long ass
Yeah,
kick.
yeah, and that's gonna hurt boxing history because when they go back because it messes up that trilogy. The trilogy would have been nicer if they had actually gave him credit for what he had earned in that fight because he did beat Fury that first fight. Them second two fights, and if it's like that, but it would have been possible for a fourth, but I can't see it now because I don't see the improvement I need to see. I need to see something. Something got to happen. Man, I tell you. Shoot. Let's see here. Okay. Man. Yeah, bro. I've been at this for about three and a half, man. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, my brother. I appreciate you coming through, man, chopping it up with me as like we do. And we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Check out my brother Basement Boxing Talk, man. If you ain't subscribed to him, get on over there and click that button, man, and hit that notification bell and get ready for it because he coming with it. And come on back and catch us over here too. And we're gonna do our thing moving forward. Thanks to my brother LeVar Cooper, Harold Trim. Shoot, who all came through here, man? Shoot, all the boys. Bruce Gas, LeVar. Yeah, I said LeVar. Yeah, Bruce Gas, Mo Boxing. Trick Naughty come through here, man. I ain't seen the brother in a minute, man. Said Harold Trim, right? Didn't I say Harold Trim? PJ's Big Dog in the building. Picasso, man. Everybody that came on in here and showed some love, man. We appreciate you, man. And we're gonna catch you on the next one. But Black Star Sports TV, man. We out.